Hello, everybody. It's Sunday, and that means it's time for some D&D. Real quick before we get started, now's back. We'll be talking about that. Also, some of you may notice I have this beautiful subscribe button. So I have to do this. It's obligatory as an affiliate. I have to do this. I'm only going to do it once, though. Did you know that if you sync your Amazon Prime with Twitch, you get one free subscription to use on anyone? I don't know, me. All right, now I'm never gonna say that again, because I'm only a little bit of a shill. Oh, well, and there we go. Thank you, Simon. I know you have to go to bed, but I appreciate the subscribe. Oh wow. Okay, guys.
We have to demonstrate how.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys. I appreciate it. I really do. You guys are helping me pay for diapers, little by little, which is important now that I have 2 kids who use diapers. Simon, I'll miss you. Good night. Oh, sleep well. Catch you next week, right? All right. Unfortunately, Gareth had to work again. There's some drama there. We won't get into it on air. But also fortunately, my friend New Guy was able to fill in again. Yeah, so we're gonna talk about how Now is back. It's not something profound. I felt really stupid writing him off immediately. I should have known something like this was gonna happen, but I was just jazzed that we were all here. But we're happy to have you, New Guy. Thank you for filling in.
Welcome back.
Okay.
I was gonna make some smartest comment, but I'll hold on that.
Amazing.
It's one of my newfound talents.
Yeah,
I
I've
leveled up
never
now.
heard you hold your tongue. We should stream more often. All right, so a quick recap of last session. You guys finally figured out the password.
Yeah.
And the password was...
We're
Gemless.
not even going there. We're not even going there.
The password was not good.
Yeah, it didn't use any special characters. It didn't have a capital letter. It didn't have an exclamation mark. No numbers. Anyone
No
could crack
numbers.
that.
Brute forced. We
Yeah.
did.
Gareth solved it immediately, but said to himself, "That's too stupid. It can't possibly be that." And then 40 minutes went by.
It actually came up 2 times. And then Gabriel said, alright, I'm going for it.
Yeah. So you guys finally solved the password, which allowed you to pass the stone golem, and you arrived at the entrance to the upper city of what is called the Wet City, the lost city of the dwarves. Immediately upon arriving at the gates, you were met by some squatters, specifically a cadre of goblins. A vicious fight ensued through tight corridors. The goblins had the home turf advantage. They had the advantage of elevation. They were prepared for you. But they were goblins, so they're all dead now. However, they did not go quietly. With them, Hoff was killed in battle. And unfortunately, you lack any more magical pawns to bring him back to life. And I believe there was talk of pitching camp and resting before proceeding deeper into the compound. Also, Caddy was doing some exploring after the battle was won, and she found that the iron gate that leads deeper into the city has been kind of secured shut. So she does not believe that the goblins had access to that part. They were just squatting in this gatehouse. However, you know, only fools would enter, believing that there's no danger. So the expedition is ready to take a nap, mourn their loss, and then press on.
Yes, we are.
The more our lost thing is kind of like maybe I didn't get real close to the mercs. That said, I am pro relaxation.
Did we confirm that the rest of the gatehouse was cleared? Do we need to
Yes.
double check? Okay. Very good. Yeah.
You also-
No, I think it would be good to give everybody some time to kind of deal with this, and then
Garrett's
Keep moving.
probably gonna loot first, but
The
We already
goblins
did that.
didn't leave behind
We already
much.
did. Okay.
You didn't find what appears to be an armory, but all the weapons of value are being used by the goblins, and they've fallen into disarray. There were some suits of chainmail left behind by the dwarves, but they are who knows how old and pretty unusable. They're rusted, and their knitting is failing.
And then I think we ended up dividing silver pieces between everyone.
You
but
did
I'm not
find
sure
some
how
coinage,
many.
and you split it up, yes.
Yeah. Gareth had the notes on that though, so. Of
That
course.
was his plan all along. Don't worry, guys, I'll divvy up the loot. Gotta go!
No, he and I made, to clarify, Gareth and Caddy ended up making some sleight of hand checks against one another and perfectly tied.
I remember that.
So they divided the more important pieces pretty evenly, and then agreed to split the smaller money amongst everyone. That way it didn't look too suspicious.
all right.
So that's that.
Alright. So you guys are going to break for a long rest. And as you are resting, two things of note happen. Okay. For a moment there we lost Macabre's video, but it came back. First, a few hours into the night, or actually you're not really sure what time of day it is, you're deep underground. A few hours into the rest, someone approaches from the rear. A lone individual is approaching the gate.
Okay, do we?
Who's on watch at this
That's a
particular
good
moment?
question.
Let's roll a d4. 1 is Vaclo, 2 is Macabre, 3 is Wisely, and 4 is now.
But now isn't there yet.
Oh, he's not back. A d3.
All right, we'll roll it.
All right. Vaclo.
All right, so Vaclo is on watch. So peering through the arrow slits into the dim darkness, make a perception check with disadvantage. Oh, all right. You make out a rather bulky figure with a tail and a snout, and as it grows nearer, you identify it as your traveling companion of yesterday. Now,
I would have called out to him, but hey, you're back.
Indeed, I am.
Encountered bad weather.
No,
Last time I saw you, you were swimming through the channel.
No, actually, I was on my way back to my hometown to pick up the mantle of the wise lizard again, when I had a dream. And in my dream, I saw some certain peril for you guys. So I was like, I can't abandon them, so I turned back and came by again.
Yes, indeed. I can say I'm sad to see you come back. I think you might be a bit too late. Half is dead. And
Oh,
he
that's
has
sad
indeed
to
said
hear.
It is.
in addition to this, now also regales the story about how he guessed the password on his first try.
I was just about to ask that.
Yeah. I'm not gonna blame him, but I'm.
They do call him the wise lizard.
He's like, it was quite easy.
It was very obviously gemless. Why are you guys acting so annoyed?
So yeah, I'm gonna bring it back to camp. I'm gonna try to not wake anybody with that, and I'm gonna go back to my post.
Okay. Now applies his salves to the wounded before joining whoever's attending the fire. The fire is probably in the other watchtower so that the smoke has an exit. And they're cooking up some rations, making them edible. Caddy.
Mm-hmm.
You are deep asleep. You got that REM sleep going.
Oh, I wish.
Tell me about it. And you find yourself dreaming about your swamp. The Berazab swamp. Not exactly home, but not exactly foreign either. And in this dream, you and Askew are hunting some prey through the brush. What kind of prey would you be hunting in the swamp?
It kind of depends. We mostly deal with poachers and wrongdoers, but
Oh, okay. So your prey is probably a
person?
pair of raggedy, hidebound humans who are trying to encroach on your designated territory and mess with the natural order. And you come to a large area of dense. I always screw up this word, so now I'm hesitant to say it. Let's just call it brush. And you have to kind of like claw your way through it. Both you and Askew are muscling your way through it. You know, branches and thorns are kind of snapping at your sides, and you hear a tear in your cloak that you're gonna have to mend later. And finally, you break through the brush, and you find yourself in a clearing. It's a rather dry clearing, which is unusual for Berazab, and in the middle is this roaring fire that doesn't seem to be having any kind of kindling. It's just fire on the dirt itself.
just really wish I had create water.
Standing in the fire, as you stare into it, you make out the shape of a arthritis-ridden old lady.
Nice.
She seems unaffected by the fire. And once you notice her, everything else kind of drowns out. You just kind of see this shadowy silhouette in the flames. And you start to... The sounds of the roaring fire starts to die. And as it starts to die, the sound of this hideous cackling starts to rise.
I'm gonna just call out to said person in just like each language I know.
What languages do you know?
Eastman, Gnomish, and Sylvan.
When you finally call it in Sylvan, a voice responds in the same language. And despite the fire and the fact that the cackling never dies, this is as if someone's beside you, speaking directly into your ear. And you hear, "You shouldn't have left it in the swamp, little one."
What? Does the fire feel hot, or is this one of these dream things where I can get really close to it?
You can probably get really close to it.
I'm gonna get closer to it. I want to see her better.
Despite the distance you close, it's still just kind of the shadow inside of fire. However, as you near, you start to see that she's swaying back and forth, almost in a kind of very casual dance.
I'm gonna ask her. Okay, what did I leave behind?
Well, you would know if you hadn't have left it behind.
Well, this is just like saying, well, I forgot what I was supposed to remember. That's not helpful.
That which is forgotten dwells in the muck.
Well, everything I know back at the swamp dwells in muck.
And then you see her kind of beckon you with a finger.
Can I touch the fire?
Sure. You
Does
reach
it
out,
burn?
and it doesn't feel hot. In fact, it feels humid, like a thick fog over the swamp. And just as your fingers kind of enter the flames, a meaty hand reaches out of the fire and grabs a hold of your wrist. And as you kind of pull away, this figure emerges, slightly taller than you. It's very stout, broad-shouldered, wearing ornate plate armor. And as it emerges, it looks like a dwarf, but its eyebrows and beard and hair are all made out of fire. And its eyes are also just embers like coals in a fire, and it just kind of roars in your face, and then you wake up.
Ugh. Is the skew by me?
Yeah, always.
Good, because I'm gonna give a skew a hug.
You wake up askew, and it's like.
Yeah, I do the same to my dog. I'm just like, I'm glad you're okay and you're not bacon.
Who's around you? Like, who's also, I guess,
I'm-
who's doing what right at this point? This would be during first watch, I guess.
Do I hear?
You're guarding, so you're some
Do I
distance
hear her
away.
whimpering or moving around or ask you getting agitated or something?
I don't know if the camp is close to the watchtower, is it?
No, it'd probably be. You guys are on the map, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so I
it'd
don't-
probably
I
be
don't
like
see
in this
Caddy.
room. So you're some distance away, maybe 50 feet.
Mm.
Say that Mouse is probably sleeping.
Okay.
Yeah,
if
I
it's
would
not
think
her
so.
watch.
What's your passive perception, Mouse?
Sorry, was that me or no?
That was you, Mouse.
Okay,
No.
sorry. That is a good question. It is. Looks like it is a big perception. Yeah, it's a big 10. No, 11 from Jack of all trades.
Okay. You don't wake up. So now you're emerging from the other room,
Yeah.
having just treated the wounded, and you see Caddy, a bit perturbed, clinging onto her large boar. Well, large to her. I mean, boars are pretty big either way.
Yeah.
Now's probably gonna find somewhere to sit that would be comfortable given his bulk, and simply like smile, which probably doesn't help the fact that you just woke up from a nightmare, because like it's a lizard folk smiling at you, so it's all full of teeth, crooked teeth and stuff.
Yeah, but Caddy
Then-
likes now.
Yeah, but I mean lizard. Anyway, and he's gonna
Yeah.
ask, "Is anything the matter, dear?"
No, I think I forgot something back home. Maybe a spoon. Did I leave my spoon? Or
Well,
a necklace?
I'm no witch, I'm no diviner, but if it came to you through a dream, the wise sayings would say that it has some kind of importance usually.
No.
So you must be either dreaming of wanting to go back home or something along those lines.
Well, you gotta understand, this was a very nice spoon. You know, like hand carved wood back home. Not the swamps. I mean, I wasn't raised in the swamps, you know. I just. Oh, that'd be. Who'd ever imagine being raised in a swamp? I just lived
I
in
do.
the swamp.
I
Oh,
got raised in a swamp.
Pardon me, you're right. I know so little of the world. No, it was.
Well, that's because you're little.
That is just rude. How dare you? That's awkward. Okay,
I feel this conversation is going in every direction. I'm having trouble following it.
yeah,
She's kind of
People-
sleepy still, and she's just like talking to herself.
people have that problem with me. Tend to not be able to follow me. Hey, no, I'll be fine. I just think I forgot something. But you know, whenever you forget something and then you're trying to remember it, and then because you're trying to remember it, you just can't remember for the life of you, and then someday you'll be like walking through the swamp, minding your own business, and you'll be like, got it. It was
Yes.
magenta. Yeah, like that.
It's always magenta.
I think that'll work, you know.
Wise words.
Well, if it helps, I can try to brew some kind of potion that would help you get back to sleep, but that's about the best I could do.
No, I really don't want to end up like Gareth. I appreciate it though.
Damn. How do you take that?
Does he know what happened to Garrett?
Perhaps
happened to
you,
Gareth?
perhaps you guys shoot a glance over at Gareth, and he's kind of huddled in the corner, kind of hiding something, and then you guys see them looking from side to side and downing a vial before like pulling his cloak over him and falling asleep in the corner.
Vaxo doesn't know what happened to Gareth.
I'm
How much?
I'm gonna give a tell now yeah, I'll get back to you on that. I want to try and sneak over to Gareth and smell the vial he's got, or pilfer the vial he just drank out of.
All right.
Yeah, we have to know at some point.
Go ahead and make a sleight of hand. He's not quite asleep yet, so I'm gonna do a perception check against you using his sheet.
Okay, but I would
He's-
argue.
Would you?
He's confident.
I would argue that he just took drugs. So.
You don't know. Maybe they're perception enhancing drugs.
That's fair. There are those.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a pretty good roll. Yeah, you managed to procure the vial. In fact, as he's falling asleep, he sort of drops it, and you catch it before it lands on the floor, and you pull it aside.
Nice. I'm gonna put that in my inventory for inspection later with someone who is more skilled than I am.
Yeah, you'll need an alchemist, so you can ask Gareth in the morning.
Yeah. Yeah. Have evidence.
Oh, something's really bothering my eye. I'm sorry. I don't know what it is.
Allergies.
Well, it's your
maybe.
fingers, obviously. Remove them from your eye.
You found out.
I'm the wise lizard. You should heed my advice.
I should have seen it.
Damn, this isn't
All right.
vodka.
Every time you take a chug from this bottle, I'm like, is he drinking olive oil?
No, it's just green. I mean, like, the liquid isn't green.
That's just like my olive oil bottle. Different cap.
Just chugging olive oil.
You would be badass drinking olive oil right then and there.
It's a little viscous, but yeah, goes down good
That's been going through my mind like for a couple of weeks.
for months now.
I had
The
too
oil
much
might
of
be
it.
hard to swallow, but then anything else will be super easy.
Yeah, it's Vaseline for the throat.
I've never seen olive oil in a bottle like that.
Yeah, he must go to. What do they have?
Costco.
Sam's Club or Costco?
Sam's Club?
Costco. Yeah, there you
Costco.
go.
Yeah.
I know because I have the same bottle as Vacuum.
In Texas, we all have guns. Canada, they all have massive bottles of olive oil.
Or
We
bags
actually
of milk.
share.
Yeah, bags of
We
milk,
actually
which
share, we
is
have
triggering
bags of
every
milk.
American out there.
Okay, we were buying time for a mouse.
Yeah, that's what we were doing.
Switching.
We didn't get completely derailed. Welcome back, Mouse. It was all for you.
Oh no, I thought I had time there.
All right,
You missed the olive oil theory.
the olive oil theory. The next morning, the expedition packs up, and the mercenaries plus Vaklo get to moving that door. It takes considerable amount of effort and leverage, but finally you get the door to budge. And as you kind of push it open, it kind of cracks this like layer of rust, and you can finally force the door open. And when you swing the door open, an unexpected wave of heat hits you. Not incredibly powerful, but noticeably. It's warmer further into the cave, or into the city, than it is in this gate room. But it's also incredibly stale.
Ooh, someone should have opened the windows a long time ago.
Yeah, when would they have done that?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a bit hard to do here in this arrangement, Vaklo, but you know, I see where you're thinking with that.
Vaklo's gonna wink at them, and then he's gonna get his shield out and proceed forward as usual.
Boldum remarks, "Well, it's not your average dwarven musk, but it is a little welcoming."
It's homely. Backlow's enjoying himself.
Boldum is with us now.
Yeah, the whole expedition is here.
Wonderful.
We've moved the camp.
You all proceed into the Great Hall. Priska holds her torch high. Vacklo, you have a torch?
Yes, I do.
And in the back, Gareth has a torch. So there's ample illumination. You can tell that you're in a large, a very typical dwarven Great Hall. It's just massive, unnecessarily high, unnecessarily wide, huge pillars carved into the rock as support, and a walkway that kind of leads to a T intersection. Not a T intersection, a crossroads. There are massive doors on either side, about 50 feet from either direction, and then if you go straight on, there is this very ornately bordered and ornately carved double doors.
Okay. So, having learned... having learned from experience, I'm going to carefully approach the crossroads and the doors, and wary for traps. Try to see better. I might even throw a torch if it's too far.
Okay.
So, investigation, right?
Yeah, go for it.
That's so much our kryptonite, but I'm lucky sometimes.
Yes, you are. You don't detect anything dangerous. No sign of pitfalls or loose rock. However, as the procession starts heading towards the center of this room, you're the first to notice very dark gray, emberous smoke begins to billow out of the door on the far end.
I'm gonna back up.
I'm
And
gonna
this
say
smoke
hold.
starts to build and is literally charging towards the group. The mercenaries are quickly draw their weapons,
This does not bode well.
fear in their eyes.
I do the same.
I would like to shout
Try
to Boldum and the other dwarf to get back.
That's adorable. Mouse like, get behind me! I'll protect you! And she pulls out Lieutenant Crossbow.
Yeah.
If
She's
you
a
don't,
soldier
I'll
now.
mock you. She's got Vacto's approval on that.
The smoke comes within 15 feet of you and then stops rather suddenly and sort of like billows out and expands. And it begins to encompass the group.
I guess shillelagh.
As you should.
I'm gonna call out in Sylvan again because this is. I'm like and just be like, "Who are you? What do you want?"
While you're saying that, so before you can finish your words, fire kind of erupts from the middle of this smoke and takes the form of eyebrows, a big bushy beard, and eyes. And
Nope.
two little burning nostrils. And the smoke seems to move as if it's a head, adorned with this fire. And the apparition speaks in Dwarvish in this booming, echoing voice. Who speaks Dwarvish again? I know Vacklo does. Anyone else?
Gareth and Wisely.
Okay. So Mouse, Vacklo, and Gareth, and of course the dwarves present. You all understand as it says, "Who dares disturb my sanctum?"
We've provided the password. We are acknowledged. Something like that.
No doubt you've come to plunder King Frathgor's realm.
Oh no, nothing of the sort. We just haven't. The civilization's been lost, and we'd like to know what happened and learn about everything. No plunder, no plunder
Civilization.
at all. Yeah.
What you call civilization, I call weakness.
We are guardians of true dwarves come to visit their ancient city. And I'm gonna like
Ah,
wave at Baldrim.
human lies. You've come for my treasure.
Who are you to claim all the treasures?
I am King Frathgor, Lord under the mountain. I have ruled here before you were born, child, and I will rule here after I have charred your bones. So come if you dare. Seek my treasure, you will not survive. And the fire vanishes and the smoke just sort of starts to dissipate. And Carl, who doesn't speak Dwarvish, just goes, well, that's inviting.
Yeah, I'm with Carl here. I don't like that one bit. I don't. Someone
No,
don't want us here. It
I
belongs
don't-
to them.
I don't think I've intimidated him. You gave us a warning, so Baldrim, what do we do?
Yeah, where was he? This
The entire
dialogue?
okay, you guys turn and Boldham has been furiously writing in his journal, looking up at the smoke, looking back down, looking up at the smoke, looking back down. And he's like, "Oh, King Frathgor, yeah, there's mention of him in the old text."
Just gonna bring that up now. Is that who that was?
Tell me more, dwarf.
What? I don't know.
He has a name. It's Bloodlam.
There's no reason that King Frathgor would appear as a smoke and fire apparition coming out of the doorframe there. What do you expect me to say? I didn't know that was going to be there.
I had a dream about that fella.
Was this the king who introduced the new religion, or was he before or after that?
Aye, King Frathgor. He was the
Okay.
one who brought in the new religion, just as you say.
Okay. Alright, well, do you have any recommendations on how we continue our approach? Because he seems to think we're here to steal stuff. Do you think maybe if we don't steal anything, we'll be fine?
I'm not going to let some fiery, smoky, scary ghost of a dead king stop me from the greatest discovery in dwarven history. Rediscovery, I should say. But I do suggest maybe we don't go through that door quite yet.
Of course. And Vaklo, he is gonna try to remember if he's read about King Frathgar of the dwarves in his past, because he's versed in history.
Sure, yeah, roll history. It's going to be quite difficult because it's dwarven history.
And I don't remember.
No, you do not.
He must have been a minor king.
I mean, he only ruled this one city, so, yeah.
Good enough.
Shall we carry on, then?
I mean,
Much to discover. I think we should.
Yeah, Vaklo's gonna gather his resolve and yes, we shall.
where are we
I'm
carrying
gonna take the
on?
lead again, right?
To where?
Well, we should check one of these doors on either side. See what we
Yeah,
can
there's a
find.
left and right.
All right.
You guys, once again, start proceeding down the middle towards the crossroads. And at long last, your torchlight expands that you can actually see the crossroads itself. And it immediately stops you in your tracks. You see dwarven skeletons. Bravely, you start to proceed, and soon you get a whole picture. In the middle of this chamber are dwarven skeletons. Each skeleton is missing their feet, and they appear to be arranged in some form of rune. Not dwarven,
The skeletons or the feet?
the skeletons.
Okay. It's not a dwarven rune?
It's not a dwarven rune, no.
Is it, like, magical?
You can, this would, you can make an Arcana check.
Okay.
If it is, you don't know. Never seen it
Very
before.
grotesque, and it's I'm just gonna step back a bit.
Does it look? It doesn't look. It doesn't look like a letter or rune from any language that we know.
Depends. What languages do you know?
I just Eastman, Gnomish, Sylvan.
Okay.
Now's gonna look at it with Draconic, Druidic, and Elvish.
Nope.
Um,
I'm gonna go ahead. I think recalling. I don't think any of you have the language that this would be. However, Boldum kind of like
does Gareth?
weasels ahead. I don't think so. I can check. Nope. He has very few languages, in fact. Boldum's like, is there some kind of ritual site?
Think that might be related to why your creepy king dude is a ball of gas.
Both he and Golan, they do some kind of like hand gesture, basically their equivalent of making the cross. You know, when they see all the skeletons arranged. Is anyone proficient in religion and would like to throw a religion check?
Am I? I am not, and I actually suck at religion, so no, I can't. I wouldn't.
I'm not proficient per se. I could make a try, but I don't see why I would know any of this.
At disadvantage, I might. I mean, I have +1, but no proficiency. Maybe I've heard something.
I'm gonna go ahead.
But I've read a lot of stuff from a lot of places, so
I think Mouse should do it.
at it.
Mouse and Caddy, you can both make an attempt.
Okay. I've read a lot of stuff from a lot of places.
Yeah.
Mouse, you did a study on cults of dark arts, and you remember reading a book that was called Witches and Warlocks. Where does their power come from? And it was a study of various unsavory spellcasters. And you remember this particular rune. In the book, it wasn't specific as to what exactly it meant, but the book, you remember it mentioned that this shape is an offering to a powerful fiend. Such offerings are usually made for wealth or power or some such.
I think this was, you were right, Caddy, this definitely has something to do with why that king might be in the shape he's in now, and potentially with the arrival of a new god as well. I think it's an offering. It's used in a ritual offering to a fiend. It's bad news. Not good people don't really do this kind of thing.
Oh, all the gods in the pantheon preserve us!
Well, I mean, those clearly didn't work for these boys, did it?
Vaclo asks if the ritual is like human or dwarven in origin, or if that changes nothing.
It's not a race-specific kind of symbol.
Okay.
Just it seems like some kind of dark practices here. Well, I mean, if the fact it's made out of skeletons didn't
tip you off.
Clue us in there.
I'm of the mind that anytime you get a whole lot of people together in one area, they're gonna do crazy shit like this.
Like sacrificing his subjects, though? What kind of stuff do you get up to in the swamp, Caddy?
I don't, because I don't live around other people.
Though Caddy has probably seen some shit.
Yeah.
The Bear's
My
Lab
family
is
was bad.
full of some very, very off people.
Yeah,
My
but
family
they don't.
was bad, but we didn't cut feet.
You know, the bad sort of activity I see out where I'm from usually isn't on this kind of scale, because you can only really get to this kind of scale whenever you're in a big old society with lots of people who have to listen to one or two people in charge. If you're in a swamp, that's total anarchy. You only can shoot as many people as you're capable of killing.
That is untrue of all human cities that I know.
Carl goes, not far off.
Well, let's not discount the benefits of, grouping together a lot of people, but I think that this is a better discussion for another time, and perhaps we keep moving and see if we can find out more about what this king was doing here. Again, staying away from him.
Do you want to?
All right,
You wanna-
Hunchback. Right or left?
I always favor the left.
Very well. Lead on.
I knew it. Vaclo's gonna lead on. He's gotta be careful. Riding on his natural 20 for investigation, right?
Sure.
Thank you.
When you try to open the door, it almost disintegrates from the rot. It just kind of collapses into chunks, powdery bits.
Vaclo does startle a little bit, but he catches himself and he proceeds further into the room.
And we're gonna go ahead and move you guys. Yeah. Let's go ahead and
Ooh,
bring
more
up the game
maps.
screen. Oh, that was some spoilers. Oops.
I missed it.
Yeah,
I didn't get the spoilers.
that was for the stream.
Oh.
That's alright. That's alright. The heat you guys
I got
have
all
been
the
feeling this
parts.
whole time seems to be emanating rather strongly from this area. And once you step into the hallway leading into the room, you can see in the firelight that this entire room is illuminated by molten magma on the far side. That seems to be swirling around this pool.
This feels like a forge.
I don't like this one bit.
So I'm gonna advance, and are the mercenaries coming in with us, or we're the scouts?
I have to go get them.
Mouse
I
is
know
staying
how
right
much you-
behind Vaclo because she's really curious.
Yeah, I know how much Jaken likes to play 30 tokens.
As soon as this loads, I'll be able to grab them.
Take your
What's this guy? Is he just a statue?
I think I need to refresh.
I
Roll
hope
20.
it's not King
I'm on a different
Frathgor.
map. Hang on a second.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, yes, it is a statue. I don't need to
Just-
be able to
yeah.
see it to know.
But just the statue of a gnome, not gnome, a dwarf man. I can.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not really interested. Y'all look wherever you want.
Wow. Speciesist.
Too
Well,
much
I mean-
information. She doesn't like dwarf men. We know that.
No,
We're narrowing it down.
Caddy's just not super into, like all this history and civilization. It's just not all that important in the grand scheme of things, is it?
It's
Yeah,
just fun
who
to
needs
see
history?
Caddy squirm.
Okay, sorry about that. There we go.
Vaclo's
Does
hanging
the
back.
statue make him look like a smith? Is he a blacksmith of some kind, the statue?
No, it looks more like some kind of noble warrior.
Just, okay.
Are there any words on there?
Yeah, the base is inscribed with dwarven runes. It just says, Gunnar the Hammer.
Yeah, I can't read them anyway.
I'm
I just
gonna
figured
say,
Mouse would want to know.
Mouse
I'm
reads it
gonna say-
aloud.
This is Gunnar the Hammer.
Mouse said maybe you should stay back over here and let
Oh, but
our
there's,
more meaty companions walk ahead.
there's so much to see.
Yeah, but you won't be able to write or publish it if you die.
I would
Good
continue
point.
your
He
work.
grips her crossbow a little tighter, and then moves back next to Caddy.
But I mean, Vaklo would continue your work. He just said so. If you die, I will continue your work.
Oh,
You have my word.
I appreciate it, but I mean, my work's important, but so is living to see it published and write more and learn more. And...
Oh yes, do
Put a foot
try to
fighting.
survive.
And
Please do
as a
try.
wise lizard, I would believe that Vaklo would have the passion to continue your work, but maybe not the spelling and grammar attention that you would bring to it.
I can draw sticks very well.
The literary voice.
Okay, so I'm gonna proceed if everybody's ready.
I'm ready.
Vaklo will. All right, Vaklo will advance into the forge and.
Yes,
He's
that
a
is
little
exactly
bit
what you
wary,
appear to.
but,
You appear to be in a massive, very classical dwarven forge with molten lava coming in from either side of the room, pouring into this pool.
Vaklo's gonna whistle like. That's quite impressive, and he's gonna proceed further.
I'd be careful whistling in a place where there could be hostile.
It's still active.
Oh, that's gonna bother
Whatever's heating this.
I
Well,
wonder
me. Do you
why.
think it's the lava? Carl says.
Yeah. And with enough flow, it could go on forever.
I mean, they should have called it the damp city, not the wet city. It's hot in here.
Mouse, as you approach this, I know the term. This thing.
Like a bellows.
Yeah, the bellows. Thank you. A ghastly, translucent figure rises from it.
Caddy was right. Oh, shit.
It appears to be a dwarven woman wearing a work apron lined with tools, holding a small smith's hammer.
Try talking to her.
Yeah, I will. If I know any common dwarven greetings, I will use that, and then I'll be like, pardon the interruption. We're exploring here. Do you know your current state? How you're a bit translucent?
Yeah, I'm dead, lass.
Okay. Well, I just, I don't see too many ghosts too often. What's happened to you? Why are you still here?
To answer your first question, I died. And the second question is, this is where I died.
But a lot of people die every day and they don't hang around.
Aye, that's true. But I've been hanging around, as you say, for a purpose. And she starts to scan across your companions.
Vaklo's gonna get near.
Yeah.
He doesn't have his sword drawn.
I was just gonna say, I was like, even though we've got a bunch of weapons, we're really here on just an explorative, fact finding type of mission. We wanted to know what happened to the city and why it disappeared.
Well, that's a long story, lass. And with every... I can't even keep track of time. But as it passes, I lose more and more of that memory. I know it's King Frathgor's fault. The bastard. Cursed be his name.
Yeah, I think we had a bit of an encounter with him earlier. He's not, doesn't seem like the benevolent ruler type.
I've been waiting here for the armies that would come and liberate this city. I had hoped they'd been dwarven, but I'll take anyone at this point.
Well, we have we're funded by the dwarves, and we've got a dwarven leader.
You see, King Frathgor was a dwarf once, but now he isn't. He's something far worse, far more dangerous, far more eternal. You see, I was put to the sword early. He started clearing out all the dissidents, and then they came knocking on my forge, the royal forge, no less. And they put me to the axe because of what I learned. And it's that knowledge that has kept me anchored here for time I have lost track of, in the hopes I could share that knowledge to someone who will kill that bastard.
Well, I mean, what has he done? How has he preserved himself this way? And are there any other, I guess, people like you who might be able to help us?
There's no one left alive in this city except for King Frathgor, and I'd barely call him alive.
How did he do what he did?
By sacrificing his own people.
Do you know who he sacrificed them to and what sort of powers he's gained?
I'm gonna
If
whisper to Mouse, like, maybe those without feet.
If I knew the name of whatever power that bastard invoked, it has long been lost to me, but I do know what he gained. A new form. He's no longer a dwarf, as I say. He's a fiend. A right bastard of a one, too. I don't know many fiends. In fact, I only know the one. But I assume he's high on the rankings of bastards among their kind.
Vacuo simply nods furiously.
And I was the royal blacksmith. I forged all the guards' weapons. I forged every inch of metal on the king's garb. And one day his honor guard came through and confiscated all the silver. And you know, that got me a-thinking. And that's when I realized that King Frathgor, his royal fiery pants, could be harmed by silver.
That's very good information, but do you know if there's any silver left around?
Well, right before I got my head cut off, I stashed away a few bars. Unfortunately, she puts a hand right through Vacla's chest, harmlessly. I can't access it anymore.
Yeah, quick thinking, but maybe we can help on that front.
Well, she goes right through Vaclo and stands over this intricate design. I buried it underneath this.
I'm gonna start searching.
Well, it's stone.
I'm gonna let everybody know that we might have a stash of what we need under these stones.
Carl
And I think I have.
walks up and he says, "Well, we're in a forge. There's bound to be some hammers, things we can use to break up the stone. It'll take a while."
I guess I'm distracted. I should have thought about it. And I start looking for pickaxe or hammer.
Yeah, you guys find... You don't find a pickaxe, but you find sledgehammers and... You're muted.
Sorry, I forgot my dog was barking earlier. Is there no way to lift the stones out instead of trying to smash them?
If there was, it's been God knows how long, and it's pretty much... you can try to leverage and break it. So, Vackle, go ahead and make a strength check with advantage, since everyone's going to be trying to help you with this, and you're going to try to lift the stone.
Should I make that athletics?
Yes, with advantage.
All done today.
Guidance, right?
He using a crowbar of sorts, he lifts the stone just a few inches off the ground.
I do have a crowbar.
Oh, there you go.
Thanks.
Caddy, you spot a bundle underneath the stone.
I've got small hands. Let's grab it.
Alright, you grab it and you pull it out. And as you do, the bundle kind of disintegrates and two ingots of silver kind of clank onto the ground. And then you just hear, "There it is."
That's what we're looking for.
That's what we're looking for.
Um, I can't forge, but it would take a long time. I'm guessing she has a better idea.
Well, there's no greater forge you'll find than me, especially in present company.
I'm
It's-
gonna try to learn from her.
I'll need to make a silver alloy, which I can design into some weapons. Not many.
Can we get some arrows?
I can forge one weapon and a quiver of arrows made of a silver alloy combined with steel. It'll take me some time, and I'll need one of you. Preferably you, she points to Caddy, given I'll be accustomed to your height.
Right.
But then she kind of
Or
looks
what?
over and she's kind of looking at you and she's like, how strong are you? What's your strength score?
Wait, Vaclo's gonna interject because he's a smith. He's a blacksmith.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm like, I have a strength of 11, because all I do is dex.
Ah, you're so flimsy, lady. I guess it'll have to be you. She turns to Vaclo.
I can forge on my knees.
Wink.
Well, if you're willing, I can share your body and craft you some weapons.
Vaclo's like, he wants to see a master dwarf forge anything because he's heard legends. So
Literally
he's gonna
with your
help.
own
He's
eyes.
gonna be like an apprentice, and he's gonna be so stoked.
All right. Well, aside from the quiver of arrows, what weapon can I make for you?
I'm gonna look at everybody, but you can't clearly see Vaclo's excited. He wants a longsword.
Carl crosses his arms and leans up against a pillar, and he's like, "Listen, Vaclo, you want a weapon? Take it. All that means is you'll be up front fighting King Frathgor, whatever it is."
That, was my plan, and he now seems to realize how bad of an idea that might be.
And now, because it's now, and he likes to point out obvious things, he says, I don't need a weapon, I got my shillelagh.
Vaclo's just gonna grumble like, I don't have a shit, whatever.
She looks between the two of you, and she's like, "All right, are you ready?"
Wait, out of character, I mean, Carl is more efficient than Vaclo is, right? Maybe I should give him the weapon and let him die.
And let him die.
Alright,
Well,
I'm gonna take a sword.
okay. You want a silvered longsword?
Yeah,
Okay. Well, if you die, you can pick it up off your cold dead corpse.
indeed.
There you go.
I'm guessing that's also part of the admitted plan, right?
All right. The ghost woman enters Vaclo's body and immediately takes control.
Oh, you're getting possessed.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mouse is writing copious notes about this whole process.
And begins to
Possessed
There's
There's
before.
nothing that could go wrong at all.
begins to toil away. You said you are a blacksmith, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I was about to say there's a chance that your muscle memory might aid her in producing
Also
a
have
higher quality.
guidance as a cantrip.
Okay, so you're constantly casting guidance over Vaclo / this dwarven smith woman.
What's her
I'm
name?
helping.
Vaclo, you are just a passenger. However, again, your muscle memory is contributing, and your body is hard at work, working the forges. This is going to take an hour, at least, maybe more. Probably an hour per, so it's going to take about 2 hours. So what do the rest of you do?
I'm
gonna
casting
explore.
guidance.
I'm looking around.
Sure. It's just more
Yeah,
of
I'd
the
say-
forge, really.
If we can get Carl and Priska to maybe accompany us while Caddy and I do some exploring.
Sure. I don't want to move their tokens around, but just assume they're following you.
Okay.
Nope.
Yep, it's a forge. You find forge things.
Hammers and anvils.
Wait, can she roll that with advantage if I'm helping?
Sure. Roll it again.
Just in case. We might find something cooler.
You wanna join me? I've like wandered off.
Oh, I couldn't find you. I was wondering
Honestly,
too.
ladies, it's not that pertinent.
No.
Alright.
I just like looking around. These are excellent maps. Do you need them? Do you have a mod to shout them out?
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Mods. Do your duty. I know I have at least one mod on. God damn it, new guy.
Yes, indeed.
Not even once.
I don't even do these jokes for the fact that these jokes. I'm doing these jokes to hear Jenkins say, "God damn it, new guy."
It works. It's alive.
Is one of my mod gonna do the shout out? Or do I need to do it?
It's your duty.
I think I'm gonna have to do it.
For the list of moderators.
There we go. Shout out's complete. Alright. Vaklo.
Yep.
Roll. What would it be? Blacksmith's tools? Smith's tools.
Yep.
Okay, a 13. Okay.
And add a D4 to that because guidance.
Right, add a d4. Okay.
16. Thank you for the guidance.
No problem.
Which roll do you want that to be for? The sword or the arrows?
I'm gonna start with the sword,
Okay.
my own weapon.
You are able to use your own muscle memory and your own knowledge of smithing to help the ghost in a way that produces a perfectly balanced longsword for your body specifically.
Wow, I've never done it in under a week.
So as long as you're wielding the silvered longsword, it is a +1 weapon.
Nice.
Now go ahead and roll for the arrows.
Yes.
And then roll guidance, yeah. Okay. Same goes for the arrows. I assume you're making these for Caddy.
I am, yeah.
So Caddy, these arrows are perfectly made to your specifications. As long as you wield them, they give you +1. So you have 20 silvered arrows.
I already added them to my inventory.
All right. These aren't magical items; they are just silvered.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So finally, when the forge is done, Vaklo, you hear the ghost kind of sigh with relief, and as you feel the presence leave your body, you also feel it kind of just disappear and go to the higher planes.
I'm gonna feel weird for like 30 seconds, and then I'm just gonna look at the sword for a bit and be so proud.
Yeah, Carl approaches you and he's like, "That's a mighty fine weapon."
Yes, I hope it will give us an advantage, and I put my hand on his shoulder. I'm intense right now. We're gonna kill Frathgor.
I guess we are.
That's the kind of motivation I want to see.
I'm a little bit concerned though. We only have 2 people with weapons that can harm him. What are the rest of us
Yes.
gonna do? Stand in the way?
Well, I
There.
believe my shillelagh can hurt it.
Alright.
If
And I've
a
seen the
hole
bard
is-
inflict great harm with her words. Maybe she can piss off a demon.
Well, if one man, one dwarf killed the whole city, and we've been helped by one ghost so far, maybe we can find more help than these ruins.
I mean,
I say we delay or fight with Frathgor until we know more about this place.
More sociable specters.
Alright, if that's what you want. I'll stick with Boldham in case any fiery dead kings want to kill anyone. Not that we'll be able to do anything against him, we'll just yell really loudly.
I mean, he did ask if any of y'all wanted the silver weapon.
Listen, you're the Grey Banner. You're the one who's gonna have to fight demons and whatnot on your journeys. After I'm done with this crazy expedition, I'm going home, drinking a pint, and I'm just gonna forget the whole thing.
Oh, big mood.
Alright, so you guys exit the forge.
Yep. And I hope I can join Carl for a pint.
We'll see if we both make it out of this.
Are we gonna
I'm
try?
just disappointed in your sense of adventure, Carl.
Alright, so you guys try the other door.
Yep.
It
Yep,
leads.
go into the right.
It opens up into this massive, the Great Hall you're in. This makes it dwarfed by comparison. Pun intended.
Aha.
And you're at the top of a staircase that kind of zigzags down with no guard railing because dwarves. You can't see much, so Carl throws a torch, and it drops maybe 100 feet. And you see that in this basically this carved pit, is what appears to be a city with buildings and not a whole city, more like just like a district. But yeah,
Found the suburbs. Nice.
That is impressive.
Imagine how many folks must have lived here at one point.
Yeah, can we get an idea of how big the city might have been?
well, it's pitch darkness, so.
Okay. No.
And then you gotta need to remember that most of the city is underwater now. This is just the highest city. So yeah,
Okay.
it is kind of accurate that this is the suburbs. Yeah.
And now the name makes sense. The West.
Yeah, the rest is flooded. So it would take you some time to explore this whole area, and you're not sure how long Frathgor is going to give you before he decides to greet his unwelcome guests.
Before it's been enough.
Well, if we're gonna have to face him anyway, we could still, see what we can find in the city below, and then, if he's gonna go after us anyway, our end goal was to fight him. So we could explore some buildings maybe.
I like the idea of making some explorative ventures.
Exploratives? Is that like an explicitive?
Yes. Some ventures. But be careful on these stairways. For some reason, people don't believe in guardrails.
I've got pretty sure feet.
Vaklo, I assume you take the first step.
I think he went AFK, but yes, Backlow takes the first step.
Vaklo
Okay.
definitely takes the first step.
Vaklo puts his foot down on the first
It's been
step,
voluntold.
and all the stairs light on fire simultaneously. And he pulls his leg back.
Well, so much for that idea.
I think we're not welcome downstairs.
I don't think so either.
How does a whole stairway light on fire?
I think
We should
I
ask
think when
the
you're a
smoky
fire
face.
fiend, yeah, that might be one of his powers.
Yeah, if you just, how do you fight a man that can light stones on fire?
Well, yeah, it could just be illusory flame too. We could like
Yeah, can I
test
look?
it. Is there heat coming off of it? Does it feel real?
Can we inspect the fire?
Mouse, make a
Yeah.
wisdom save.
No.
No, I want to make I wanted to make the wisdom save.
Really, with your 8 wisdom? All right, both of you can
I
make
mean,
a.
I also have I have
9
advantage on wisdom saves against magic.
Okay, go ahead. Mouse got an 8.
I'm not very wise. Hey, there we go.
That was a 0. Good thing you had advantage.
I know.
Caddy, you're confident this is no illusionary fire.
It is actual.
It is
fire.
real fire.
Okay,
Burn your feet fire.
I'm pulling mouse away like nope, that is very real.
I was just getting closer and closer and closer. Well,
Get ready to stick your toe in.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, well, it's feeling a little warm, but maybe it's just a really realistic illusion. I better. Okay.
No, that's looking like real fire. Like I can make some illusions, right? But that's the real deal.
Not so good. Okay.
All right.
Do we have anything that protects us from fire? I don't think I've got anything in my my arsenal that'll do anything against fire.
I've got a water skin.
Yeah.
I do not have great water. I'm sorry.
All right. Well, I mean, do we just go and try to take on this king, and hope we make it okay?
Baron, you were AFK. When you tried to go down the stairs, they lit on fire.
Oh,
And it's
And
real
there's-
fire.
Not
Sorry.
an illusion.
yeah. Do I need like a reflex save or something?
No, you're fine.
Okay, so I'm not into the fire. All right. So now we cannot go down unless we get burned, right?
Mm-hmm. Kind of looks like we only have one place to turn.
I just went to the bathroom. That would have been useful. Too much information. Sorry. Ah, that's out of character also.
So I was in character. Everyone takes a step away from him.
They're like,
Like, that's one way to put out the fire. We're just gonna keep feeding back the water and see.
Instead of using create water, we just like I drink it.
There's another way. Okay. Well,
Are these like really burning? I'm gonna put my hand through
yeah, no.
carefully.
Caddy and I tested that.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
we checked. That is definitely real fire. That said, I don't think, y'all, let's be real, like this fire. I don't think we're gonna get any more prepared than we are now. However, I don't like that feeling at all. Because I don't
I'm
feel
with you.
prepared.
Yeah. I mean, we did find the wet city, and we got Bolton here.
Check.
And we could, we learned quite a bit. We know what happened now. We could just back away slowly, get everybody
Yeah.
safely out, and just. I mean, I'm a little disappointed we can't learn more about the city. But
Real shame.
didn't
Well,
know there was
let's-
gonna be a smoky fire demon here.
Let's have a conversation with Boldum. I'd like to ask him just how important walking into the city that is mostly underwater is to him, his health. Because, like, this guy, okay, sure, he killed everybody, but that was a long time ago.
He's a reformed demon.
And whether or not he's a demon trapped in one place, not coming to bother anyone who's currently still alive. I don't know what I don't know whenever mass, I don't know when genocide ages out of the judicial system, but but if he's kind of trapped here, then
It's like a punishment all on its own. We don't need to
Yeah.
do any further banishing. He's not hurting anybody else right now. We set a trapped soul free already. So like extra good deed.
Yeah, but that trapped soul did what it did in the hopes that you would kill King Frathgor. So
She's
Yeah.
free already. She went ahead and moved on.
she won't know.
Vakosh, like just
she's watching from her afterlife. Those lying bastards!
during the debate. Vakosh mostly his pensive, but then he talks out, like he speaks out. While I was possessed by the ghost, I could feel her hatred for Frathgor. I know he deserves to die, and I want it to be by my hand. We've made a promise.
Or my
We
arrow.
shall honor it. At least I will.
Yeah, but see, like, the odds are not great.
I do not like the stairs on fire, though.
I feel like, okay,
That's a little much.
I'm a feeling that Gareth is going to want to cut his losses, but we might be able to convince him to join us if we remind him that that he won't get paid if we leave.
And there's supposedly a whole bunch of treasure that the king is worried about, so...
And all the
If-
silver.
you
All of
destroy
the
him.
silver he's
Yeah.
got.
Drunk Blinky is best Blinky. Just gonna say that.
I would still feel more confident if Garrett was fully with us. He's like half there.
But you got
Well,
Nat.
You got me, but I'm only me.
He brandishes the shillelagh.
well, let's see.
Shillelagh!
Gareth does not have a silver weapon.
Well,
Now has Shillelagh.
now did prove himself a lot more than Gareth.
Damn.
10K.
Oh,
10K.
yeah.
Throwing shade.
He's not even here to defend himself.
I was just
Garrett
gonna
only
say
went
that-
into melee when played by Jaken.
Well, that's because Gareth doesn't do melee. He does, however, do ranged. But, Gareth wouldn't have been able to have as much weapon skill. He can take some of the arrows, I guess, but...
Vaclo is unfair, but he's talking about those he sees in a fight, so he can't see Gareth because he's doing his job, but Vaclo doesn't know. He's never
But-
there.
But we know for sure that Now's got Shillelagh, which mystically somehow, in I can't explain any sort of way, does
Hoodoo.
sort of hurt things. So
It's because it's magical.
here's to hoping magical. Here's to hoping that he's also going to impact the demon thing, which I also would have put in quotation marks before today. But now I'm really wondering what I left at home.
Maybe you left the stove on. That's why you saw
That
a bunch of
was-
fire.
Maybe we have to find that before
I don't
we
have a-
fight a demon.
I live in a tent.
We'll just do a quick detour back to the swamp, make sure everything's cool at Caddy's house, and then, maybe we'll come back here.
Yeah, I feel like
She probably forgot her favorite pillow,
maybe.
which was a
Sleep
rose.
is important. Yep.
Oh, yeah. Tell me about it. Please,
All
tell me
right,
more about
guys.
this sleep.
Yeah.
I've heard so much about it.
All right, guys, let's go conference with Boldum and just see how he's feeling about what we've discovered so far. And whether or not this king really needs to be unseated right now, and maybe he can just rule his ruined city in peace while we survive.
Yeah, Vaclo agrees and says maybe when we come back, those stairs will be extinguished.
Then we do that, then we get halfway down them, and then they relight.
And then you hear a booming voice, "Got you!"
Maybe dive into water, but I think that would kill us.
All right, so you guys approach Boldum, and he's like, "Well, how's it going? Got really bright over there for a moment."
Yeah, so we did. You can see a bit more of the city that hasn't been submerged. But I feel like the king is kind of playing some tricks on us, and we can't get down there.
Well,
were,
unless dwarves really do build fiery stairs.
I mean, it's not standard issue.
Okay, that reassures me.
Yeah, so we were just curious how committed you were to further exploring this area, because we feel like we got a pretty good grasp of what happened here, and got a good look at the keep here, and it might be good at this point to cut our losses, take all of the information we learned, and then just never come back here again.
What are you talking about? We came all this way. I brought in adventurers. Aren't you qualified to kill just one measly demon king?
You know what? Have you tried killing a demon king?
No, but that's why I hired adventurers.
Did he hear about our
Well-
last expedition with fire?
I was gonna say, like, we may have. I don't know if making Garspear might have overstated our qualifications just a hair.
Carl told me you got weapons made for killing demons.
Yes, well, if you can help us with the stairs, I'm all for hitting that thing with my weapon.
Right, well, I say, you guys go bag yourself a king demon thing. And I'm sure it'll make your while. It says in all the notes and transcripts that King Frathgor hoarded his treasure in his great hall, so I suspect that's what's through that door.
Well, I mean, the dwarf lady did say that he took all of the silver and everything else and compiled it for himself. So, yeah, it's likely. The issue is he can light things across this great hall on fire, no problem. So
Tis
what
a bit
happens
concerning, yeah.
what happens if you're real close by?
I reckon you get a bit burnt.
Yeah, you got fire retardant clothing we can borrow?
No.
Yeah, that's kind of where the
Yeah,
issue lies.
I'm gonna bump my shield and that's fire, whatever, enough.
I think the word you're looking for is fireable.
In fact, I used to dodge fireballs with that shield at least once. A
Yeah.
trap, so yeah. I'm confident.
Carl's like, are we gonna go in there or not?
Hearken, we are fated to prevail here. Like, we
All right.
survived this far.
Can we have a game plan at least?
Right, here's the game plan. We open the door and we kill the king.
Yeah, you know what? That's real smart. How about you use that plan when we have another pool of magical water to bring you back to life?
Look, me, Priska, and Yuri are offering to go in there with the weapons that can't do shit to protect your asses.
Well, I'm saying, like, I mean game plan as in, this is the person who should be in front. These people should be on the side. Let's have a bit of
All right, I
strategy.
hear you. Vaklo, you're front and center. Priska, your job will be protecting the gnome. Me and Yuri will try to distract the king, and the other two will do whatever they do.
And
Why
there's
do I
just
need
one
protection?
entrance, right? It's just we go straight forward from the crossroads, and there's one door to this hall.
I mean, Vaklo is 100% used to this plan, so he's like,
Makes sense, yeah. Play to my strengths.
Are we leaving Gareth at the camp?
he doesn't have arrows that can hurt the thing, right?
Yeah, we're gonna leave Gareth at the camp.
Okay.
Mouse is going to rummage through her bags, and she just hands a pile of journals to Boldum. Be like, if I don't come back, or if I get anything burned, I just want you to hold on to these. And then I'll be coming back for them, hopefully.
I'll keep it safe, lass.
Okay.
Let's get this.
Yeah. Now
Fiery
stay
boy.
behind me. You make it out. If I die, run.
Mouse nods.
Alright. The four of you and your three mercenaries open the door and enter the Great Hall.
Suspense is killing me.
I know.
As you enter this kind of foyer, you hear crackling fire further into the hall.
This darned fire. And I guess I'm gonna advance towards it. Are we supposed to be on the map?
Yeah, scroll down.
We're still on. I think you guys are on
Yeah.
my page. We're still on world map.
Oh, for some reason it
Yeah,
didn't
it's
move
all
y'all.
on our map as well.
How's that?
Did I do?
Much better.
Nice.
I can't reach that low from here.
Sorry, my computer is making weird stuff. And that's better.
Looks like there's a lot of fire up ahead.
Huh.
It's not so good.
Wonder why.
Yeah. We could, Caddy and I might want to try and, at least initially, hide a little bit in the back, while
Yeah.
some of the frontliners go forward.
Yeah, I'm gonna go on the left path. And the
Carl will
mercs.
go on the right.
Yep.
I'm gonna.
I'm gonna go on the right so that we can spread the magical damage. Or
I'm
the
gonna
effective
have.
damage, rather.
We might want to focus. Maybe that's the only plan. Like everybody who can kill, hit the same one. That's the plan Baclo wishes for.
Well, hopefully hopefully it doesn't have any little minions.
Doesn't look like it.
So yeah, I'm advancing at the same rhythm as Carl is.
All right. At the far end of the hall, you see a dwarf with burnt black skin, wearing full plate armor, a crowned helmet resting on his head, and every hair on his body is fire, and his eyes are like burning coals.
Maybe that's why he's angry.
Must not be easy to shave.
Truly.
I don't think dwarves shave anyway.
He's gripping a warhammer between his two hands. He's holding it kind of horizontally, and it's resting on his knees. And you can see from this distance he starts to smile. His flaming beard kind of moving with the gesture. And he says, "I knew you'd come. They always come seeking treasure. You ready to try and claim it, humans?"
I come seeking justice for the lives you've taken for your treasure, and then we will also make with your treasure.
Nailed it. Okay. Caddy, you are not hidden.
Yeah.
I mean, you're out of... Yeah, he can see you. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, he's got great passive.
He stands up, steps off of his throne, and pounds the butt of his hammer into the stonework. And when he does, dwarven skeletons step out of the fire, and they themselves are on
he had
fire.
me.
All right, initiative.
That's where you guys shine. Okay, they're all liking.
No, they don't have a beard. Well, actually, they kind of do.
Oh,
They don't have they don't have
they're
a rocking
different.
mustache. They don't have a rocking mustache. There you go.
Ah, sorry, lag. I double clicked.
Oh,
What's wrong with the turn order? Why does it do this? Why you do this turn order?
No.
do we
No.
get to re-roll our initiatives because the turn order was kind of messed up? Because I'd be okay with re-rolling our
No, the
initiatives.
turn order's still messed up, so...
I probably messed it up with like I clicked 5 or
No, it
4
wasn't.
seconds
I think
later.
it's a formatting thing. I don't know why it's off.
I would re-roll also. I think we all agree. I
mean,
had
you guys-
a good one, but
You guys rolled well enough.
Yeah.
Winky blinky.
Uh-huh.
Well, luckily we're back here.
It's just adding space. I don't know if that's only on my end. It's just
I'm
taking
actually,
up-
I don't see anything wrong with it, but I don't
Okay.
know. I don't know
Yeah,
what
me
you're
neither.
saying.
All right. Well, Priska won initiative, but Priska in the plan was supposed to protect Caddy. So she's going to just come to here and ready in action. If anyone comes within melee, she's going to strike at him. Carl shouts, "All right, new plan. Me and Yuri will take care of these skeletal bastards." And then he charges. Dope. Okay. I needed to check something real quick before I start rolling like a madman. Okay.
At least he crashed on a very nice smile.
Yeah, I was gonna say of all freeze frames.
Oh yeah, I
That
didn't
is,
realize he had crashed. Oh, I mean,
that
yeah,
is a great
that's
freeze
a great
Yeah.
moment in time. All right,
Mhm.
long sword is swinging. He's got a well, at least we're on the battle map, so it looks jank, but at least we can see the action. Okay, he got a 14, which is a hit. He does this plus 3. That's 11 damage. Badly damages the skeleton. Then he's going to strike again, hitting, and he's going to destroy this. This skeleton collapses in a smoldering heap of bone. Then with his short sword, he's going to jab at the next one. I think that's just barely a miss. Yeah. So he stabs between the skeleton's ribs. And Vaklo, are you back?
Yes, I am.
You're up.
Alright. So I'm thinking
I had to get a swig of olive oil.
good old olive oil makes things slippery. I'm gonna move there since I want to get the rest the villain, and I'm gonna attack this one.
Holy crap!
What?
Jake, and 20-foot radius, is that like 40 feet large?
Are you looking at Fireball? Because yes. Oh. Yes. A
It's
20
another
foot
spell that's the
radius
same thing.
is, yes, it's huge. Alright.
Okay, so
You
holy
run
crap.
up and you did you imply the +1?
Wait, there's a mistake in the damage, I think. Yeah, you should subtract 2 damage. 1 damage from that, so it's 11 damage.
Why?
I got mixed up due to me having dueling, so I usually put 1d8 plus 2 in my damage, and I added twice the magic bonus. That's not clear, I know, but I put 1d8 plus 3 for my dueling instead of 1d8 plus 2.
Okay, and you put the magic bonus at 1.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
you did 1 extra damage.
Yeah, so 11 damage.
Okay.
Fully.
Yeah, you badly damaged this skeleton.
And that's, I'm gonna play it safe. That's, wait. It's probably gonna do nothing, but I'm gonna try to shove it with my shield, with the shield bash into the lava.
Okay.
So opposed athletics or, yeah,
Alright, you shove it into the fire.
probably gonna do nothing, but.
No, it
that's
doesn't
my
seem
turn.
phased. Okay. Now.
I have
Did I move your,
something.
I moved your guy on accident.
I have something incredibly stupid I want to do,
I'm ready.
but if I do that, these two are stuck there. Like they won't be able to move unless they want to take the damage. I'm tempted to cast Spike Growth.
Spike growth?
Yes.
Okay, can you throw it up?
Well, I'm doing. It's because the thing is, it's not gonna do anything to him, but it's gonna do a lot of fucking thing to all the little guys, because the little guys apparently are not magically resistant, or they don't need magical weapons, so that would wreck them. And I can turn it off next turn. Yeah, I'm doing Spike Growth. Screw that, I'm doing it.
Alright, can you mark the point?
Well, basically, since it's a 40 by 40, I'm assuming square or circle. I'm not sure how it would work.
It would end up being a square, yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna do 4D. So from just before the fire starts on this side, all the way to where the fire is on this side. And then I want them to take damage if they move, so I need at least 2 squares like this. Then if I go up there, it goes all the way to in front of the boss. So
Okay, so
from this
that
corner to that corner to that corner. So this is the diagonal.
Is that what I want? Or do I want something different? Doesn't really evoke spikes. I guess we'll do that. 1 sec. Okay, so from here all the way like that.
Yeah, it could even go a little bit further because it's the arrow I'm making is the diagonal of it.
No, it's right. If you count the squares, it's right. Remember, when you draw a ruler, it doesn't count the square you start in.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, true. Well, here you go. And I tell, as a free action, I tell these guys not to move. Yeah, it's good.
Cool. So
35 by 35, yeah.
any
then
creature
35,
moves
yeah.
through the area takes 2. Wow, just straight. Oh, is it only on a save?
Nope.
When do they make the save?
When they want to see if they see it, but if they see me cast it, they know it's there.
Oh, okay. Potent. All right. Is that
Oh
all?
yeah, so now nobody can move.
Nobody
And
move.
as a bonus action, shillelagh!
Okay.
But that's about it, and then I can move probably here to attract some attention and maybe make them hope to move to me.
Okay. Skeleton's turn. For every 5 feet it travels? That's
Oh,
very
yeah.
powerful. Alright, so this one's going to take 2d4 damage. You want to roll it?
Sure. I should probably make a macro.
This one steps forward and the spikes kill it. Oh, 8 damage!
Yep.
Yeah, you royally screwed this one up. He's still standing and he's going to take a swing at Vaklo. +4 to hit, so he needs a 14 or higher. That's a hit. He hits you for 3 piercing damage.
Okay, I'm not gonna laugh because that is still hurts, but
Alright. Roll the damage.
Oh, we're doing 1 square at a time?
Yeah. 6 damage, okay. This one is going to pull out a short bow and shoot at you now.
Oh no, they have range weapon! My plan has been foiled!
So it's a +4, so on a 9 or higher they hit. They miss, okay.
Miss.
This one's going to take a step forward, deal damage.
Oof. I don't
It's going to take another step forward, deal damage. Ouch. It's almost dead, but it is going to shoot at you now.
No!
Missing. Alright. Damage. Roll damage 5 more times.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You
That's
get
still
six.
pretty fucking consistent.
wow.
Alright, so this guy takes 2 steps and dies. This one's almost dead. And this one is going to ready an action. And this one is going to shoot at Carl. Missing? Missing, yeah. Alright, Yuri's turn. So Yuri was about to take a step forward and he's like... He looks over it now and he's like...
Yeah, and now goes like, just don't go in that.
He runs over beside now and he's gonna ready an action. Caddy, you're up.
Yay. Cool. Why can't I select my token? Well, I was gonna move. Oh, because I'm on ruler. There we go. We're gonna move to here, and I still have a line of sight. So then I'm gonna go ahead and shoot one of my silver arrows at. Or actually, no. I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on Frathgor. And do I need to send spell info? I know you know that
I know
one.
it.
Yeah. Get that out the way. Then shoot a silvered arrow at him to just get this ball rolling.
Hell yeah. Ooh.
Ooh, that's some solid damage.
That's a hit. Do your extra d6 damage.
Yeah. I need to. Oh wait, I already had that set up as a macro.
Upon witnessing this
Well,
shot, I
that's
was gonna
fine.
be like, "Hearken, heroes,
Did you get
we
your
will
plus one from your
prevail."
arrows too?
Yeah, I have that set up for the silvered arrows.
Sweet.
Why is this not working? It's not letting me roll?
There, I did it for you.
Thanks.
From now on, unless you turn that off, whenever you make a melee or ranged attack, it'll automatically do your Hunter's Mark damage.
Okay.
Did I hurt him yet? No. Okay, so you did 14 damage. Yeah, your arrow punches into his shoulder, and he's like, "Rah!" And a gout of flame burns the arrow off of him.
But it worked.
It did. Anything
It
else?
looked like it.
I'm gonna shout over to Now and be like, "Good job!" That's it.
And now it goes like this.
Alright. His turn.
He's like, he has 3 claws. It's kind of weird.
He takes his hammer and he turns it head down and slams it in the ground, and the whole ground kind of vibrates, rippling out from where he struck. And he says, "Hall of Fire, servant of Ash, I called you to cleanse my enemies." And in doing that,
Oh
I'm
my
going
God.
to add layer at initiative 20. It'll go after Priska.
No, the lair don't have to do anything. It can stay put.
And then with his main action, he is going to turn his fiery gaze, his burning ember eyes, towards sweet, not so sweet Caddy.
Oh, good night. Good
And
night.
he takes one hand off of his the shaft of his hammer, and as he does, it starts to fill the fire, and he hurls it right at you, Caddy.
Okay. What save is that?
It's not a save; it's a to hit. So he's got a plus
Oh,
5 to
okay.
hit. So he needs a 9 or higher. Nope. And then he takes his second hand off, grabs another ball of fire, and hurls it at Now.
No, he doesn't have to. Can I choose to disbelieve?
It's fine. He
It's
didn't
okay.
hit
The,
me.
the
At this
GM
point-
hasn't rolled higher than a 10 this whole fight. Okay,
That's because I
Ah,
just,
well, he did hit Vaclo with a 17.
and then he's gonna step here.
So
That's true. I've hit Vaclo once. I
He
got
only
you.
hits
I got
Vaclo.
you. All right, Mouse, you're
he
up.
only hit Vaclo.
Alright, I think I might have to move forward, but I'm not sure. Let's see. Okay, I'm just gonna step up one right behind Caddy. Oops. And I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire. And
good stuff.
I'm gonna do it. I think it's a 20-foot cube. So we're just gonna put it basically just centered on. Can I get? Yeah, so we'll put it like
Like right
here, so
here?
maybe I can catch one of
So you catch
the
these 3.
little
Yeah.
guys in there too.
Okay.
you'll catch G3. Which is a good
And-
plan because I have another thing to do.
nice. And yeah, that'll actually, and then with my bonus action, I will go ahead and inspire I'm gonna inspire Caddy since she's right in front of me. So you have a bardic inspiration dice, and I'll just like touch your shoulder on top of his key and be like, "That was really good shooting. Good start."
Aw.
You feel bardically inspired. Alright, so what does Fairy Fire do? Can you throw it up?
Oh yeah.
And what,
It
what
basically
color are
just
you
gives us
choosing?
advantage. I like green for my fairy fire. Feel like it's a good.
Frathgor looks down at himself, looks over at Mouse, and goes, "How dare you change the color of the royal everything!"
Vaclo's gonna chuckle so hard on that.
Alright, Priska's turn.
And good thing they shed dim light, otherwise I would not be able to see them.
Right?
Do I not illuminate?
There's
up
plenty of
to
illumination.
Frathgor?
There's
Yeah.
plenty of... The fire is quite luminous.
Yeah.
She's going to switch to her heavy crossbow and take a shot at this guy. Actually, this guy, because she can't really see that guy because there's a pillar in the way. She's going to shoot at this guy with the heavy crossbow. Missing horribly. Alright, layer action.
No.
There's a rush of heat coming from both walls of fire.
No.
Why did that happen? Very odd. Okay.
So there's no saving throws against your thorns, right?
Nope. If you walk, you're screwed.
Right,
See,
that's
this
good
is
to know.
what I meant by a game plan.
Alright, Carl's
that-
turn. Carl
that's
sees
the-
this fire kind of rushing towards him. In fact, I should probably move them to token layer so everyone can kind of actually see them. Give me a moment.
I mean, you can take a little bit of damage. I'll hope to roll low. If you're resistant to piercing, you can walk all you want.
Well, it's actually my style to do exactly that, but I think I'll refrain on this one.
Well, you have one to hit.
Again, sorry.
He
Keep
prematurely grimaces and he's going to take a step.
Oh, dear lord, why?
You're too consistent.
Yeah, I know.
Constant, not consistent. Constant.
And he
Oh,
is going to sheath his weapons and draw his heavy crossbow and fire at this guy straight across the way. He has a +3 to hit. Doing really good, guys. So he missed. Backlow, you're up.
That's the only reason why we survive. You roll under 5, 75% of the time. I'm gonna try to hit that one north of myself.
He's dead. Well, he's
Nice.
double dead.
I'm gonna stay put. I'm gonna look at now and say, you better time this right before this wall of fire engulfs me. And that's my
Well,
turn.
You should probably have moved one square, because I need to turn it off on my turn, and the lair will probably pull it up one more.
That's right.
I would take the damage. I would take like
I-
1 square damage.
Yeah, I'm gonna take this advice. And I'm gonna move.
Hey,
Thank
that's not
you.
too bad.
That's more damage than the boss has done.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vaclo gives a thumbs up to now and he ends his turn.
Speaking of now.
I can't maximize my damage, so I'll have to do it the way I need to. So I'm gonna turn off the Thorn. I'm gonna walk here,
You did some damage with it.
yeah, and I'm gonna cast Thunder Wave in that direction.
I'm intimately familiar with Thunder Wave, right, new guy?
Yep.
That's
Oof,
gonna hurt to be intimate.
not a
with
whole lot of
another wave.
damage.
Con save on the two of them?
Yeah,
Okay, they have a +2, so 11 is a pass. Ah,
one
alright.
pass, one fail.
So this one failed. He's dead. And he's pushed 10 feet, right? And this one takes 3 damage.
Yeah.
Alright, this one's looking damaged.
That was my action. I don't have any bonus that I can use because I already have my shillelagh. I already move, and now I'm. Oh well, he has a bow, so I can still move. I mean, he can't get an attack opportunity on me. So I'm gonna go. I went 1, 2, 3.
He can get an attack of opportunity against you.
Why? With a bow?
Oh, he does have a bow. It would have disadvantage, but he can.
Ah, well, I'll take it then. So
Alright, well,
1,
he's
2,
gonna go ahead and take
3.
the shot. He hit.
When you tempt fate, that's when it happens.
You take 4 damage, piercing.
Okay, so 3, 4, 5. And this guy, I see that he's ready for something, so I'm not gonna go too far. I'm gonna stay here for now.
Okay. Their turn. This guy is going to switch to his sword and strike out at now,
Yeah, I figured.
hitting for 7 piercing damage.
Okay, that's starting to hurt.
This glowing green one is going to rush over to Vaklo and strike. Hitting. Now the rolls are coming for 3 piercing damage.
Yeah, the damage rolls still are fine.
This one's going to move
Hold
up
on,
to
we're
here
not done.
and attack now. Wait, what?
Nothing.
Okay. Hitting.
Ouch.
You take 6. Now is looking injured.
Yeah, very injured.
And there's only 3 left, right? The rest are toast. Yep.
Haha.
Literally. Yuri's turn. Now that the wall's down, Yuri's gonna, with a very brave cry, comes charging towards this dude. He's gonna swing and misses terribly. All right, Cat, you're up.
I'm gonna shout to Vriska's over here. Priska, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell Priska to help now and them. I'm
Okay.
gonna move right here, and I'm gonna shoot again for Frathgor, obviously.
Did you turn on the +1 magic bonus, even though it's not magical?
Yeah, I have the magic bonus on there.
See, there's the hunter's mark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
I mean,
does the fairy fire do?
it gives you advantage.
Or
Oh,
you should try it just in case you crit.
Yeah. I mean, you're hitting.
yeah. I'm hitting, I knew that, but I should probably roll again in case I crit, or in case the damage is better, I don't know.
No, the damage is. I'm
Oh,
still,
the damage doesn't
Alright.
hit.
Crit.
I did!
all right. Well, I'm gonna. Well, you
Nice.
rolled the same. I'm gonna keep the hunter's mark. However, no, actually, no. Since you crit, you get the hunter's mark again. So I'm gonna use that 3. So you do an extra 11 damage to him. So your arrow hits him right in his demon gut, and once again a gout of fire evaporates the arrow. But like he kind of is hunched over. He reaches behind him, grabs the hammer, and drags it up with him, and he goes, "I'll kill you, you gnome!"
I'm over here like,
And I assume you're done.
yeah.
With both hands, he conjures 2 fireballs, and he's going to hurl them both at you.
Oh.
'Cause so far, you're the only one who's hurt him. So he angry.
Yeah.
All right, he has a +5 to hit. You have okay, so a 9 or up.
No.
Oh,
That's a crit.
That's extremely unfortunate.
an eye for an eye.
You take 19 fire damage. And
So
there's
on a scale of 1 to crispy, how do you look?
Look almost.
she looks
Extra
she
crispy.
looks Kentucky Fried. And the second fire narrowly misses you, shoots right over your head and scorches the wall behind you.
Worth it.
Mouse, your turn.
Okay. Who looks in worse shape right now, Caddy or
Caddy.
Marco?
Caddy.
There's not even a question asked. He's burned to the crisp.
Okay.
Caddy just took a fistful of demon fire to the chest.
She probably
Okay.
looks like me on the Florida beach if I fell asleep for 4 hours.
All right, all
I
right.
just ate a habanero.
New plan. Old plan is out the window. New plan is healing word on Caddy. With my bonus action. So you are gonna get whole 5 hit points. I'm sorry.
No, you can't do much. It's fine.
And then, am I in range for? I am in range for vicious mockery on.
On old bumpkin.
Yeah, good old king there.
All right, 11 higher will pass. All right, he's saved.
Oh.
So what do you say to
So,
him?
yeah, so no, I'm just gonna be like, you know what? You're, I feel like you were such a bad king. All your subjects just died. Clearly did not upset him much.
That's
I
the sign of a
would.
good king.
And that will end my turn.
All right, Priska is going to draw her mace and come charging in. Is going to strike at this guy with said mace. I think she has a +5, +4 to hit. Good thing I checked. That's a hit on the nose, and she does 4 bludgeoning damage, which will kill this here skeleton. Then she's going to step over its corpse and swing at this guy with advantage, hitting for 4 more damage. This is the last skeleton to become wounded. And then she's done. The layer action.
Stop.
Another gust of heat.
Before Carl acts, I'm gonna ask him to get that one off my back, if he can.
Carl nods and says, "You got it," and comes charging in and slashes his longsword towards that guy. Hitting for 8 slashing damage, killing it. I didn't even check to see if he crit. Then he's going to bring his longsword out and attack that one. Hitting, and minimum damage would kill it. So as the last one falls, he just kind of turns and he's like, "Alright, you're up." And he's gonna stand there because he knows. Actually, no. He was here, right?
Yeah, about 10 feet away.
He comes charging towards King Frathgor and jabs his short sword at him. Crits for no damage. Just jabs his sword into Frathgor, and Frathgor doesn't even move. And then he pulls the short sword out, and Frathgor looks down, and the armor where the blade pierced just kind of rebuilds itself. And he looks back up, and he just grins. Back layer up.
So I move behind the false king.
Well, he's a legitimate king. He just killed everybody.
He's just not good at it. He's a bad legitimate king.
I'm calling him false king. You die now. And I hope that's gonna work.
Remember, you have advantage.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna roll once more. I'm just gonna roll for the attack.
Okay.
So I
So you
guessing
hit.
I touch.
Yeah.
So does that trip him for 16 damage?
He's got a.
Save DC 13 strength.
He has a +6 strength save. So 7 or higher. Okay. So you deal the 16 damage to him?
Yep.
So good.
And I'm gonna try.
You slash across his shoulder blade in the back, barely penetrating the armor, but enough to get a lick in.
Yeah, since I have advantage, so I can. Okay, that's good. I'm gonna attack again with my
Action surge. Remember, you have advantage.
Yep, this time I will. Sorry, I have so many inputs with my
Yeah. Alright.
maneuvers.
With your second strike, you've wounded him. You carve into his back, and he goes, "Rah!"
Alright, so that's my turn. That's I'm gonna move here. That's my whole turn.
Okay. Now you're up.
Yep, hold on 2 seconds. I had a last minute change of plan. No, he has too much strength. My change of plan would not work. Okay. It might be the very last thing I'll do,
Yeah, Blinky.
but...
Blinky's got a point. The rights rule is given by the populace, so if he's the only populace, then he gets to decide he's in charge.
And of course my teammates put themselves in the worst possible position for me to use Thunderwave.
Oh, you're not wrong.
There's also the issue of they're about to be engulfed in fire.
No, that's fine. They still got one turn with the squid.
Oh, okay, good.
But how do I cast Thunderwave without hurting literally everyone in that group? Well, that changed my plan number 2. Damn it, I'm gonna have to use Poison Spray. Yeah, I'll use Poison Spray. In fact, I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. Can I go in diagonal?
Yeah.
5?
Yep.
Then 6, because I don't want to be next to the fire. And then I'm gonna cast Poison Spray on this guy.
Okay. He has a +7 con, so he resists.
Yeah, I figured he had a lot of con. Damn it.
Still,
Alright.
it's a
Yuri.
cantrip for 6 damage. Okay.
Yuri's gonna come running back and tries to put his shield between himself and King Frathgor. Oh, and Caddy. So he is going to evade.
Does
Caddy, you're
that
up.
give like advantage on her saving throws?
Unfortunately, mechanically new.
Yeah, well, I don't
the
have
thought that
saving
counts.
throws against the fireballs anyway, because if I had, I would have had
Oh.
advantage on them anyhow.
Okay.
Except for, I think, reflex, but...
Duly noted.
Do these pillars count as cover if I'm, like, over 5 feet? Just because I can't see them, like, if I move here, I can't hardly see him, so I
Yeah,
don't
he'll
know
be
if
in
that
cover.
would give him...
Yes.
Okay, cool, because I'm going to shoot first and then move over 5 feet. And I still have advantage.
Oh, nice hit.
Alright. Yeah, you hit him.
Mm-hmm.
You hit him in the thigh.
Yeah.
Fire.
And then I'm going to scooch over so I technically have cover.
Okay. His turn. Despite the arrows, he hoists up his hammer and swings it right at Vaklo. So he has a +6 to hit. So a 12 up will be a connect. That is a 12.
Damn.
So this +3, you take 11
11.
bludgeoning damage.
Alright.
Then he's going to swing at you again. You block with your shield.
I deflect. Kong. I go with the blow.
Alright, Mouse, you're up.
Okay. So I'm gonna move forward just a bit so I can be in range to give, oops, that's a ruler, to give Vaklo some inspiration with my bonus action.
Nice.
So I'm just gonna call out and be like, nice blocking there, Vaklo. Keep doing that.
That's a D6, right?
Yep.
Yes, still a D6. And then with my action, I'm going to cast Phantasmal Force. And it's going to take the shape of the spectral ghost dwarven woman that I saw before. And I would like it to appear just on the... There we go, cast spell. I'd like it to appear right here.
I deleted it. Give me a sec to go find it.
Okay. I'm like, oh, he's going to have a token for this already.
Which one is undead? Are you undead?
Jaken wants to find a specific token every time. That's the issue.
Because we did see her already.
Yeah. Okay. Where do you
My
want
God, you
to...
should have described something completely impossible to
just-
find in a token.
Right here. so she can kind of help box him in. And then, yeah, she's gonna do 5 damage because she's pissed that he killed her.
He just takes it, right?
Yeah. Unless he on his turn, he can make a check to realize she's not real. But
Okay.
And that is gonna be it for my turn.
Okay. Priska, mace in hand, is going to come charging forward. He's going to swing. I mean, she can't do any damage, so there's that. Alright. Layer. More fire. More fury.
You should probably have taken a step back.
Ah!
Ah,
Mouse.
shit.
You're engulfed in flames. You take
The
one
background
fire
is
damage.
Inspiration, which is what happened.
You take 1 fire damage.
Oh, alright.
Not too
Okay.
bad.
Okay. I can deal with that. I was not paying attention.
Alright, Carl cannot hurt him. So
Mouse was probably scribbling.
Vaklo, you're up.
Alright. I'm gonna start with second win on my bonus action. For 11 damage. Heal. And I'm gonna attack with advantage once again.
That's a crit.
A crit with minimal damage.
What?
Yeah. Your crit did not roll
0.
properly though.
There was an update. Okay, that happened in my other game. So
No, it's not an update. What happened was, on your new longsword +1, you forgot to put the crit damage.
Or you are probably right.
Hey, no.
So the crit damage needs to be 1d8 instead of 0.
Yeah, so just roll 1d8 on this side.
Okay, cool. So you do 11 damage.
And I'm gonna move
He's starting to look badly injured.
there. And that's my turn.
Okay, now.
Well, I can't cast any of my AoE.
Sure you can. What's party members if you win? More
Yeah, I
treasure
know,
for you.
right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna chase Vaklo because he's definitely making sure I can't do anything to help him. 1, 2. I'm gonna cross over the throne. He's probably gonna be pissed off about that. 3. And from here I'm gonna touch him and cast Cure Wounds.
Okay.
That's nice. I figured you would do that on yourself.
No, I can't
Oh,
do as
wow.
much damage as you. Screw that.
That's
Nice.
full health.
Nice.
And then I'm gonna cower behind the throne.
Okay. Caddy, you're up.
Nice. I'm so pumped about this, guys. We're doing a good job. I'm gonna step out of cover and shoot this boy. There we are.
15 damage. He's looking mighty haggard. In fact, he's very near death.
And then I'm gonna step back behind cover, and that's the end of my turn.
Okay. His turn. With a roar, he is going to try his best to harm Vaklo.
Oh.
That's one way to do
Okay,
it.
good thing he just got healed.
Can I use inspiration against that? I'm not gonna do that. I can't either.
You take 14 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
I can cutting words that. Why not? I'll cutting words that on a reaction.
No, you can't on a natural 20. You can't do anything.
But I could cutting words as damage.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's true.
Do you want to?
Yeah, why not? Oops, wrong way.
The suspense is killing me.
You only
well
take
done.
9
You only take
damage.
9, and then he's going to get you again. And miss. Alright, Mouse, you're up.
Yes.
Okay.
Make a dex save
well,
since you started in the fire.
Damn it. I was like, I'm gonna step back, but
Oh, you pass. You don't take any damage.
Nice.
nice. All right, and then I'm gonna step back. And
You got
I will
lightly
just,
singed.
yeah. Like, oh, hey, that's not. I'm gonna turn around and Ken. I'm like, not illusionary fire. It's real fire. Just checking it out again. It's hot. It burns.
She does one of her bangs.
Yeah. Basically.
So what happened?
Guy's almost
She
dead.
does
Fire
hair.
is real now. It's real.
Okay.
And then we're gonna vicious mockery this guy again.
I was about to write you a vicious mockery.
He's
Is that a
saved.
success again? Yeah. Okay. I'm like, didn't you care at all for your people?
No!
And
you've
that'll
gotta-
end my turn.
You've got to admire the fact he has convictions.
Mm-hmm.
Priska's gonna step here and then do nothing. The layer is done. That's as far as the fire will go. Alright, Carl's turn. He doesn't know that, so he's gonna step here. And Frathgor, you're up. This guy's yours for the killing.
Oh wait, hold on. My phantasmal force does damage.
Okay, roll it.
Unless
Just in case.
Click it.
Just in case I can steal this kill from Backlow.
that would be perfect.
God damn it, so long. No,
It's
no.
2.
2 damage.
Alright.
You could have though. That would have been
Made
great
it easier.
if the image of the ghost killed him. That would have been pretty.
That would be really
That'd be
poetic.
Shakespearean,
Yeah.
yeah.
Alright, so I have one attack.
And that's it. You wanna claim the kill? What happens?
Well, I'm just gonna like dodge. The last hammer he hit me with bounced off my shield. I'm gonna cut his wrist off, and the hammer's gonna whirl into the flames. I'm gonna try like to kick him, but he's like a demon. He's gonna resist. But while that unbalances him, I'm running the silver sword through his skull from under.
Yeah, just right underneath the jaw,
Dies.
just straight up.
Right through the fiery beard.
And as the embers begin to die, he says, "But I was promised." And then all the fire on him just kind of goes out, and he has no eyes in his sockets, just burn holes, and he's now just dead on your sword. And with that image,
gonna shout as loud as he can. Yeah!
the fire is also going to disappear immediately.
And
And-
at that, Nell's gonna run across the entire hall. No, the hall just moved under him. He's a little
Yeah.
bit scared now.
Don't worry. Pay no attention to the moving hall.
And then he's gonna go tend to the crispy, the
right.
crispy huntress who did a lot of.
At that, we are going to go to our break.
Yep.
Everyone's
Can't
been
wait.
telling me it's time, so that's probably
It's time. I really tried to hold going to the bathroom, but I couldn't. That's
So,
why-
we got 2 more hours of Dire Roll, Fire and Blade. We'll see how this wraps up, and we'll see what the future holds. So we're going to try to shoot for 30 after, half past. So everyone
30,
try to be back there. We got another, well, at that point we'll have another 90 minutes of Fire and Blade. Don't go anywhere.
Perfect. Can't wait.
We're back.
and we got cheese.
And that's D's. And that rhymed.
We got cheese on his knee.
Alright. King Frathgor is dead. Long live King Frathgor?
No.
No.
Long live the new king, whoever that is.
Look over at Bolton.
Yeah.
But well, Frathgor mentioned treasures. Everybody mentions treasure, and Vaklo always knows what's happening on the battlefield since he's a commander. So he's gonna look for treasure first.
Just a quick point out that my roll 20 seems to have crashed. I'm still here, but my roll 20 is crashed.
Astuto. Very astute. Backlow.
If he doesn't talk, it's because he doesn't mind.
So Golan and Boldum enter, and you guys take a beat to take in the fact that you defeated the Demon King.
Yeah, I'm guessing, like, his remains, the fire just disappeared, and he's kind of like, oh, geez. He's kind of skeletal in nature, but is he still wearing that, like, plate armor? I'm sure that's historically significant. I think the dwarves would love to, like, be able to take that home.
Yeah, Boldum comes running up the stairs, and he's like, "Oh, I knew you could do it. Didn't I say you could do it?"
You did, and we did it. It was a little hairy, but we made it through.
Carl is pensive, and he kicks Frathgor's corpse, and he looks over at Priska, and Priska gives him a very very deliberate look. And he steps over the body, and he comes up to Vaklo. And he kind of has his shoulder to Vaklo, and he's talking over the shoulder, and he says, "Vaklo, I should probably tell you, Count Rudabar, there's no intention of letting the dwarves take this." And Boldum's like looking over the armor, and he's like, "What?"
I'm gonna look right into Carl's eyes and like, I clearly figured he would be in on it and he would be part of it, so I'm gonna first tell him we will uphold the honor of the Grey Banners, however our guild sees fit. You have done your job. You don't have to fight for the count.
Is there a reason your webcam's off? Just FYI.
What?
Your webcam is off.
Yeah, I did crash earlier. I don't want to crash again.
Okay. Alright.
I can try again.
Okay, no, it's fine. Carl's like, "Listen. 3 days ago, we may have come to blows, but, well, quite literally, you saved my life."
And
I was going to point that out.
As you have saved mine on occasions. I mean, our honor is what we have at this point.
I don't think
I
Hoff...
do hope we don't have to kill each other.
Yeah, I don't think Hoff would have wanted us to finish our end of the contract.
Well, that was
And
easy.
I do think you have a place in the Grey Banners. I would sponsor you.
Maybe so, but our honor demands we return to Count Rudabar and tell him what's happened here. He'll be rather cross with us for not fulfilling our prearranged.
That I can abide. You have deserved as much in my eyes.
He turns to Boldum and he says, "It won't be long before Count Rudabar comes, or maybe even the king himself. You better defend yourself, Boldum, or get the hell out of here. But if any blades come back to this mountain, mine and my company won't be among them. Priska, Yuri, let's get Hoff's body and let's get the hell out of here."
Farewell, friends.
He gives you a warrior's handshake, and he's like, "Best of luck on your travels."
Same to you.
And then, yeah. The three of them make their exit.
They didn't get paid.
They're paid by Count Rudabar.
Oh, okay. They weren't gonna.
They don't have the same
Also-
arrangement that you have.
Oh, okay. Nice. Well, that worked better than I hoped it would.
Oldham's kind of blinks and he's like, "Aye, I knew I brought you along for a reason."
I would remain wary. Why not travel with us if they only wanted to report? I will look out for an ambush on the way back.
Yeah, I don't know that they're gonna ambush. I would be wary of the Count trying to make any sort of moves.
Listen, I've already sent word for soldiers from Orskarad to come and take the city. I knew you'd be able to vanquish whatever evil resided here, but on to your reward. I promised you a share of the treasure, and I keep my words. So, I think the only way to do it fairly, since this treasure now belongs to Orskarad, and I don't want you guys to fill your sacks, as it were, but I don't want you to leave empty-handed, I'll let you take any one item from the king's vault. Each. And retroactively Gareth.
I'm gonna put my hand on the Boldrim's shoulder, and that is plenty for me, but I hope our names will not be forgotten. Whatever little role we have played.
Yeah, there was a promise of more than one piece, but that's fine.
He chuckles, and he strides over, and as he stands up and starts walking over, you see him kind of pull out a ring of keys from Frathgor's body, and he unlocks this door and swings it open. And with a sort of cocky smile, he turns to Cad. He's like, "Wait till you see what's inside, lass."
That's exactly why I want more than one piece.
He just kind of
I hope
disappears
she
into the darkness of the
succeeds.
room.
Yeah, let's go in. I guess. Wait, no, I don't want this to be a Cask of Amontillado situation. You enter first.
He's already in.
Well, now,
Good.
Now's gonna follow. Just out of curiosity. He's more interested in the skeletal body, though. You can scavenge some good bones out of a skeleton. Like,
Especially one that was a
1,000-year-old.
demon.
yeah. Imagine the daggers you can make out of a femur or something.
The best price is the
Hold
aged
on a minute
marrow.
before you scavenge. I think we should get some clear notes on everything we learned about him, and then you can cut him up.
That's called an autopsy.
Do you want a caddy? Do you want to go see what's in the first of the treasure room?
Sure.
You guys are on the map, right?
The main map, the world map.
That explains a
Yeah.
lot. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Okay.
You're
you step inside.
like, why aren't you guys doing anything? Aren't you excited about this treasure?
I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go in, but
I need a
don't
torch,
have
I can't see.
visibility. Yeah.
Does Vaklo have a torch? He's supposed to. Let me light a torch.
I think I have torches, but I don't need them.
There we go. I gave Vaklo a torch.
Oh, golden bird.
Yeah, the centerpiece.
I'm still on the map.
You shouldn't be. It says players
Refresh.
Great Hall.
Hit refresh.
I'm gonna try refreshing.
There is a 3-foot tall solid gold effigy of a dragon. There are 5 golden various birds. Each one has a wingspan of about 3 feet.
Just need a giant golden bird.
Yeah,
And
that's inside.
just for the sake of time, the other 3 treasure rooms, 2 of them are just filled with silver bar ingots. The other one is
That would have
has
been useful.
silver ingots, and then a chest filled with various trinkets.
Does a chest with all the trinkets count as one item?
That's
No.
what I'm thinking. I want the chest to drink it.
That's like whenever your mom says you can get one candy at the store, so you find the biggest one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or you find a one that contains more, like a chocolate bunny with like Smarties in it or something like that.
Yeah.
Wow.
It doesn't even taste good, but I'm maximizing here.
Yeah. Well,
Can we rummage through the trinkets?
Yeah, absolutely.
for the sake of the thing now is not too much of a possessive kind of person. Like he doesn't value gold all that much. He has enough to survive on his own, and he can scavenge food and stuff. So he's gonna ask the dwarf, "Do you have some sort of ornate staff that a druid such as myself could use in his day-to-day duty?"
He looks through the trinkets, and as a matter of fact,
And I'm now blind because my torch just
he
ran out
finds a artisanally carved wooden staff among the trinkets.
Well, it might surprise you of my choice, but that is what I would like to have. It's good memory.
There you go. That's what you receive.
So out of a thing that could make him rich beyond recognition, he takes a wooden staff. That's now for you.
Yep.
That staff looks good on you now. You hold it well.
It's gonna be my next shillelagh.
It's gnarled in the same way as your neck is.
All right.
Nice.
So, going amongst all the trinkets, you find a iron buckle with all kinds of dwarven carvings on it. It's probably the least interesting thing. A painted glass mask, a hat of disguise, a wand of magic missiles, a bronze chalice inlaid with bronze, so it's double bronze, a bronze inlaid cloth coat, a rosewood puzzle box, and a spell scroll, and a vial of Kaelftum's ointment.
If I was a player, I would steal that wand of magic missile.
that is what Mouse is looking at.
It seems like a mouse thing.
Vaclo would probably like the hat of disguise, but he's also looking at the golden eagle's 3 foot span wing. Yeah.
Well,
The
the solid gold dragon effigy is probably the thing worth the most.
Yeah, but I'm looking at Baldrin. He's probably already humping it, right?
No, he's
What?
he's standing with a satisfied grin on his face, and he's sticking to his like, you guys get one item of your choice.
I would take the golden dragon and probably buy something nice for everybody with that.
Just put it in your house.
Yeah, but the stipulation is that you have to carry it.
Yeah, you gotta carry this 3-foot solid golden dragon on your back like a toddler.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want the. I'm
probably can
interested
do
in
that.
The puzzle box.
Okay.
I think Gareth might like the hat of disguise self, but I can't make a decision for him. Otherwise, I would probably claim that. But I like the idea of the puzzle box. It's a little more my style.
Okay.
I'm totally thinking Vaclo with the hat of disguise to make his face look normal, and the golden dragon are both things that Garrett wants. I'm probably gonna give him the golden dragon. I'm gonna take the hat of disguise. Maybe I can.
Yeah,
share
knowing
it.
Gareth, he's probably gonna want to take a lot of money, but I'll let him decide. I won't make the decision for him.
Mm-hmm.
But
If Vaclo knows it's a hat of disguise, he's gonna jump on that.
And Jigen, do you have a summary of what the ointment does?
I believe it's a healing item.
It looks like it can cure disease and regain hit points.
Yeah.
Well, if no player is gonna do it, like I'm the last to choose. Like you guys pick whatever you want, since I'm
You
just
already got your staff now. Don't be greedy.
But the ointment. I'm a doctor.
That would also be, I guess, a useful thing for Mouse, who's the closest thing to our healer. But
Just to grab that.
I also think the wand of magic missiles very good idea for Mouse, who's very good with a crossbow.
It's got to be the same principle, I think. Just point and shoot.
I mean, you're not far off.
It's magic missile. You can't miss.
Yeah, it literally can't miss.
I know. Okay, so it contains 1d4 plus 1 doses of a thick mixture that smells faintly of aloe. And when it is as an action, 1 dose can be swallowed or applied to skin, and the creature who receives it regains 2d8 plus 2 hit points and ceases to be poisoned and is cured of any disease. So somebody should probably take that, and Mouse is happy to take that. Because that's pretty valuable. Though I think somebody should also grab Wand of Magic Missiles.
Blinky says, what military rank is the magic missile wand, though? Is that an inside joke? Because I don't get it.
That is a reference I do not get.
I'm not sure I get it either.
But you
Other
laughed.
than the fact that it's missiles. Yeah, I laughed because of who said it.
She is drunk, so there's that.
Yeah, that would give it away. She's...
A kindred spirit. Hi.
She is
that's
from
right.
Scotland.
New guy told me it's Canada Day, so
Aw.
happy
Yes.
Canada
Oh.
Day.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Yeah,
Cheers.
that's the day you
Alright.
politely ask
I'm gonna drink
England
to that.
to be free, right? You're like, hey, can we be our own country? And they're like, yeah, sure.
Can we still keep your face on our dollar bills? Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, no big deal.
Can we bag our milk to piss off all the United States people?
Also, I totally should have gotten the Wand of Magic Missile rank joke, because I have Lieutenant Crossbow.
Oh.
Yep.
Lieutenant Crossbow. It was an
So
inside
then-
joke for us.
I know!
Oops.
Yeah. It's like us with the puzzle. We're just not very quick. If you would have given us 40 minutes, we probably would have figured it out.
Yeah.
With copious hints.
Yep.
Copious hints.
Copious hints. Basically giving you the answer.
Oh gosh. Okay. So how are we dividing stuff up?
Well, everybody gets one item.
Yeah. Can you, I hate to do this, can you reread the list of things?
I
It's in
posted
the
it.
chat too.
Okay,
I
I've
read it
only
for
recently
the
loaded
audience because the text would be quite small for them.
Yeah, I've only just now loaded into the chat.
Oh, okay. You can also take a silver ingot, and 1 silver ingot can, if you find a craftsman worth his salt, can forge you a silvered weapon with it.
Or lots of little silver arrows.
That was a question I had about my weapon. It's +1 until magic +1 and while I wield it, but was
It's
it
not-
only
it's not-
against?
No, it's period. It's a +1
Frathgor.
weapon, but it's not actually magical.
Okay, so
it's
it's
not-
like Masterwork.
It's like masterwork, yeah.
Okay, cool.
If I shake the puzzle box a little, is there anything inside it? I just think it's cool. It's a cool trinket, but
Roll investigation.
cool.
Can I give her guidance?
I don't know if your character's aware.
Of me shaking
Probably
a
not.
box.
Correct. I mean,
Fair.
I don't think there's any preemptive, I'm
Yeah,
going to
like
do this.
preparation. Like, why is
Yeah.
she doing this? It's just curiosity.
Ooh,
Oh, you didn't need my help.
Yeah, there's something in there, but you'll have to solve the puzzle to get it out.
I mean, yeah, but that's fine. It's still fun.
It's a Rubik's Cube.
Oh no, Blinky, help me out. Y'all, Blinky can solve a Rubik's Cube one-handed.
That's
Nice.
that's sad. Get a life, Blinky.
Oh
That's rude.
no! We used to get drunk and play with Rubik's Cubes. Yeah,
No, Blinky and I have a rapport. We're good. We're good.
Active in chat, get mocked by the DM.
That's your reward for subscribing, I guess.
There you
Yep. Alright, Mouse is grabbing the wand of magic missile. She's made up her mind.
go.
She's
Okay.
taking it.
She's going
You guys
offense.
can't have it.
She's going
Yep.
offense. Okay.
I mean, what with my berries, I don't think we really need to be healed though.
Yeah, those good berries in there, massive amounts of healing.
Hey, they can get somebody conscious. That's the important part.
Oof. The ointment only has 2 uses.
Oh yeah.
That is a terrible roll.
It's a big pot with only the bottom left out. Like,
Yeah.
it's all crusty and.
I mean, it's old. It's been sitting in a treasure room for a while, so.
Yeah, you open it, half its contents evaporate. God damn it.
Yeah.
We're all like, oh, look at all this weird little stuff. I love a souvenir. And Boldham's standing there like, in a room of gold. We're like, I really wanted a novelty shot glass.
I went all this way and I got a t-shirt.
Well,
I defeated the evil King Rathgor. All I got was
I got a hat. I got a souvenir hat.
it's a trucker's cap, like with the ventilation.
As long as I can hide my face, just surprise world of it.
Alright, so does everybody. So Vacla's going with the hat, Caddy's going with the puzzle box. I'm going wand.
Yeah, so I reckon
Okay.
this is going to end with Gareth lugging the 3-foot-tall gold dragon. out.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I'm gonna log the statue. I'm gonna land him the hat. And when we reach a town where we can.
Well,
pound it,
I'm not going to assume anything, though I'm going to assume he's going to take it. But for now, we'll err on the side of he took something.
Perfect.
We'll put a blanket on it and we're gonna carry it, both of us. And that's not the hat I took. That's not the hat I took. No.
I sent a picture of a hat to the Discord. I can try to link it here, but there we go.
It's okay.
No.
Hey, how did you get away with posting a link?
I
But-
have no idea.
But oh, it's not a clickable link.
That's not a hat of disguise, that's a hat of douchebag.
Stupid bot, letting my players post links.
What power?
You try clapping your hands?
I have.
God, it didn't work.
Stupid bot and his nepotism.
Is your bot not clap on, clap off?
I don't know. I think he's been dipping into Blinky's booze. All right, so, you guys. I mean, you're scot free. You're mission complete.
So Baldrim's just gonna wait here for
Yeah,
his army
he's like-
to arrive.
I know I told you only 1 item each, but I can't let you leave without some token from me. And so he goes into one of the rooms and he comes out with 5 pouches, small leather pouches, and he hands them to each of you. And he's like, "These platinum coins are minted right here. A souvenir or some spending money. So each of you get 10 platinum."
Nice. And you don't need any additional help with your research, because I'd be happy to stay on for a little bit. You know, I could be like your apprentice. We could go through the city together, and I could just be a ton of help, I bet.
Oh, but I would miss you.
Can we at least take a look at that part of the city we didn't get to see because the stairs lit on fire?
Sure, let's all go down there.
He has a failsafe, the bastard.
And the entire city crumbles.
Reroll characters, please. TPK.
So, following Boldham and Gollin, you guys start exploring the ruins. And yeah, it's just it's kind of your typical dwarven city, although the quiet stillness and lack of lighting, other than the light granted by your torches, is kind of unnerving. Golan, who is the experienced splunker, starts leaving behind torches so that you can make your way back to the stair.
That's a good plan. Leaving a clue. Do we reach the bottom of the stairs? Are there like
Yeah. You guys are like
buildings?
Yeah, as I said, you're like wandering the halls of here. Eventually, you make it to what appears to have been some kind of square. There were rectangular gardens that have obviously long dead, with gray soil, and in the middle here, you guys were kind of enjoying yourselves right up until this point. Smack dab in this village square, this area, is a heaping pile of dwarf bones.
We shall remember how they died and how we avenged them.
Are they just loose bones?
At this point, yes. You're not sure if they were thrown there as bodies or...
Right. Can I look cautiously into one of the buildings along the square?
Sure.
And I don't see anybody?
No, it's like walking into Chernobyl. It's just empty. Everything.
Oh, I sure hope not.
I'm gonna assist Kenny.
Then you grow another arm.
Cool. Yeah,
So yeah, I'm gonna assist Caddy as much as I can.
yeah, I'm just looking around. Blinky asked if there were any foot bones.
Well, advantage on investigation. Still better
Yes,
than...
there are foot bones.
Well, because last time with the rune, there were no feet.
No, you're.
She's
yeah,
curious
good-
where the
good-
feet
Good
went.
question.
But yeah, I wasn't really gonna investigate so much as I was like, are there bones inside of homes?
No, it's like every building you come across is just empty.
Do any of them still have like signs? Were any of them businesses, or do they all look like homes?
Yeah. This appears to have been like an upscale part of the city. So all the buildings are opulent and engraved. And yeah, there is some old furnishing, but most of it is decayed and rotten. If it's made out of wood, anything made out of stone still stands.
Vaclo, you know Dwarvish. What do some of these engravings say? What are these buildings?
I'm gonna read those.
You find a jeweler's shop, a cobbler. You find a few taverns. Some of the larger houses have the name of a family, kind of engraved over a gate, archway entrance.
We
I'm
should check
simply
out
gonna
that
say,
jeweler.
like, I'm simply gonna say like remnants of their past life.
Yeah, but what are the?
shops? The likes.
But
I don't think we should pilfer these. Their
nobody's
long-dead
alive.
Well, I know, but they might have family in other parts of the world
should
that
at
can come
least-
back, or
We
it is the dwarves are taking it over. We got what we were paid.
Yeah. Vaclo agrees he doesn't want to cause a diplomatic incident with the dwarves at this point. Either
Yeah,
with the Grey Banners or Wamiria.
but we should find artifacts.
He's simply gonna whistle like, "Oh, I'm not looking."
Well, Boldham's with you guys.
Yeah, he's here. I'm like, let's look around. Like, what are the buildings?
Oh, okay, fine. Yeah, I'm gonna protect you.
I just can't read. Not this
Okay,
one.
I agree. I'm like a bodyguard.
We just misunderstood your intentions, Katie. That's all.
I'm not Gareth.
Today.
Yeah.
Not openly.
She's an
Yeah,
undercover
Vaclo's gonna
Gareth.
Frathgor tries to hide his chuckle, but he chuckles.
Jeez, y'all have such.
Moldham is like,
faith.
I'll start mapping out this area, but I don't want to do too much exploring until the soldiers arrive.
Yeah, because soldiers have always been so good about not pilfering places.
Well, it's not so much that. It's just I don't want to be constantly looking over my shoulder for Count Rudabar's troops. Once there's a contingent of dwarves here, I'll feel much better.
Yeah, we are only interested in dwarven history.
Of course.
For my part.
I'll tell you what.
I'm not.
Why don't you tell me where I can... once I've compiled all my findings and I write my book, I'll send you a copy. I just don't know where we'll be able to reach you, and I'm afraid, Mr. Lizardman, I don't think I'll be able to reach you back in Sarheim.
At this point, I should have made a name for myself.
And I'm not in Sarheim.
Well, you're trying to get back to Sarheim. That's how.
Eventually.
Right.
Well, you can send my copy to the College of Lore in Zenarov.
Got it.
That where I'm from?
Yeah, that's where you're from.
Oh, they must have such a nice library. Yeah. I mean, I can't. Are you writing it in Eastman?
I'll be writing it in as many languages as possible.
Okay.
I plan to make this a #1 bestseller.
Oh, yeah. This is really.
I'm certain it will
history
be.
books
I bet it will be thrilling.
I'm already partnered with a distribution network called Dwarven Amazon. I don't know why they put Dwarven in front of it.
Look, I don't want to be like alarmist or anything, but if he fails at his book, that's the next Hitler. He's gonna have an army of dwarf and the dwarf. I mean,
Yep,
guys,
yep,
open
yep.
your eyes.
No one read my book.
Um.
Only red hair and red-eyed dwarves are pure.
No.
Anyway, I'm not. I mean, you can send the book to me. That's fine. I can probably forward it home. I'm sure there would be plenty of gnomes that like to read it. I mean, that said, I did live kind of close to Orskarad, but
Closer
just
than
gonna-
Zenarov.
yeah, I'm just gonna get a look around, really.
Okay. How long do you guys plan on spending in the wet city?
Not much. Not many days. I guess I'm like I will want to report to the Grey Banners as soon as I can, and go on to my next assignment.
Okay. So eventually, after spending a few days, you guys head out to the cave entrance, and you have to wait another day for the ship to finally arrive. And all aboard from Hornbluff.
Toot toot.
I hope we don't encounter more Thanger elves.
Well, right now you're at sea. There's been no sightings of Thanger elves at sea.
But we're gonna have to cross the border. Not the border, but you know.
As you guys
the
are
border.
sailing to Hornbluff, first you are all kind of basking in the open air. You guys have been in stifled underground air for days now, and so I'm sure the sea air with the sky above you is rather refreshing. But I'm sure. Oh, and at this point, nah. Yeah. So. What do you guys want to? What do you? At one point, I'm sure you guys will gather to discuss your plans going forward.
Yes, Blacklow does have plans
Well,
inside the Grey Banners.
speak to your party members.
I would like everybody to stick together because we're pretty efficient, and you guys have my back, and we could accomplish a lot of things together and
Well-
be remembered through the ages. So maybe you guys could stick with me, stick with the Grey Banners, and put out more fires, discover more lost cities, stuff like that. your day-to-day stuff, right?
Put out more fires.
He looks at Gareth as he says that, you know.
I mean, yeah, I still need to compile more information on the Grey Banner. I mean, this is an excellent start, but I mean, this is just scratching the surface as far as better chronicling the exploits of the Grey Banner. And I mean, Backlow, you're so good at making sure I don't get hit that I certainly wouldn't want to team up with anyone else.
Then yes, I will continue to provide this service.
Yeah, I don't think I had any intention really of leaving the Grey Banner. We haven't really been very many places. I still have all sorts of people I never met before. Apparently there's a whole land of lizard guys.
Yeah.
Yes!
You still have to show me like your home swamp. Is that how it's called?
Yes, it's a swamp, and it's beautiful. I'm sure you'll love it.
There's just this big green guy that keeps saying, "It's my swamp!"
What? Oh god.
No, that's an illusion, I guess.
Nice.
As you guys are talking, Gareth has a bucket of water, and he's just been staring at it throughout the conversation. And then he looks up for a moment, and he's like, "Travel together? I'll have to ask." And that's all he says.
I like how we've all just been basically ignoring the fact that Gareth has had just a complete mental break.
Yeah.
To be fair, you haven't known him that long.
To be fair, I did talk to him.
It's true.
But well, for the first time, Backlow's gonna like take everyone apart like 2 feet further so he can't hear us. And I do know Gareth, I think he's not well.
He mentioned something. Oh gosh, what was that conversation? I think he's partaken in some alchemical solutions. You know what I mean?
I think so. Does he have an ailment he needs taken care of?
The ailment is the alchemical solutions he's ingesting. I was suggesting.
You can see that Vaklo is kind of clueless about what that means, but he knows, like he knows what you mean. Mm-hmm.
He mixes stuff together, right? And he can heal people sometimes. I don't know if y'all have seen that. He mixes lots of stuff together, and sometimes it can heal you, and sometimes it can make you really, really sick. And he's been drinking them, and I don't know which he's been drinking.
Oh yeah, he's an herbalist, right?
I did pilfer a vial, but I don't know what's in it yet. I gotta talk to somebody, but I don't want to ask him because I feel like he'll be like, "Why'd you pilfer a vial?" And that's going to be hard to explain.
Maybe
Well-
now knows what's in the vial.
Maybe he can
knows a
smell
lot
it.
of-
I wouldn't mind doing that, but would GM want that?
Go for it. Make a medicine check.
Okay, well, since I know what I'm doing, I want to make sure I know what I'm doing. I'm going to cast guidance on myself to be able to add a 4D if I feel like I need more. No, I don't need more than a 40, so... Well, I did just...
You just do it anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, I know Jake will be like, well, the difficulty was 25. See, I got 25.
Exactly.
Are you proficient in alchemist supplies?
No, but technically the background of now
you
would
have-
make him an herbalist.
Okay.
So,
Herbalism? Yeah.
As you're not an alchemist by trade, you're not exactly sure what this concoction is supposed to do, but you know, from your experimentation on it and your knowledge of medicine and herbs, he's dealing with some incredibly potent, not quite lethal, but highly dangerous neurotoxins. And you're not sure why anyone would ingest these, but he has.
So
You
And,
also
I'll-
detect some herbs and compounds that, when mixed together, could change a person's physically.
okay,
So, with a charisma of 6 and the intelligence of 9, now we'll explain the following, what Jacob just explained, using approximately these words. Not entirely these words, but approximately these words. So, what our friend here is trying to drink is something that is that messes with his mind and messes with his physical appearance. And it's not good.
Well, we have seen him do that before, where he drinks something and he totally changes the way he looks. But I didn't know that it had any mental effects.
Are you saying it's dangerous for him?
Well, the way you guys explain it, you know him more than me. He's been doing that for a while, and aside from his current, well, we'll call it illness, his current state, it doesn't seem to have been affecting him. But then again, this vial might be like the first one of a kind. Like I don't know. You gave me a vial. That's what it's in. It might be the first time he drinks this one. Maybe he's been drinking it for years.
He drank this one right before going to sleep while we were in the wet city.
Well, maybe
Right
it's to knock him out, knock himself out.
Why?
But why would it need
Vaclo
to...
is puzzled.
And now turns to Vaclo and says, well, it's because some people can have trouble sleeping, either due to bad dreams, nightmares, a pain, something like that. And he chose to ingest some potion to probably help him sleep. That's just an assumption. I'm not telling like why he's doing that, but that's my assumption. In my land, though, we don't use potion. We usually hit our head against the wall until we fall asleep.
Okay,
That's
so
useful.
that seems like a
Method.
better treatment than hitting your head against a wall. So
Well, this
Well,
is still
the better-
toxic.
The better treatment is to ask your mate to hit you with a club. That works better and faster.
that I can
Mouse,
do.
Mouse is just looking between Caddy and Vaclo and then being like, you left me with this guy?
Worst part is he's super wise and like super helpful, but he cannot explain it well.
It did seem to work this time, but let's keep more attention to Gareth. He's not well.
Is Gareth still just looking in his bucket of water?
Yeah, he seems out of mind.
Is he in his bag at all?
I mean, his bags are on him and around him.
Wrapped on him? Oh, he didn't set them down when we got on the boat.
Well, maybe, but he's sitting over a bowl of water, so it's probably like right there.
Yeah. Hey, anyone want to have a conversation with Gareth maybe to see what the bowl of water thing is about?
I was thinking, out of character, I was thinking about having this conversation when he would be here.
Yeah.
Well, you
Quite
guys can
honestly.
table it until he's actually here.
I think that's what we're gonna do.
Oh, do y'all want to like plan ahead like an intervention? Okay,
Well-
because I was gonna
This is
just
what I've been saying, you guys.
I was gonna pilfer his bag and see if there were more of the exact same potion.
Well, Vaclo is thinking about like refraining him from drinking more because it does seem bad, but now kind of convinced him it's a better treatment that, like,
Getting hit on the head with a club.
yeah.
Yeah, but the best treatment would be like sitting down to read a calming book.
I can highly recommend that.
I've done that a lot.
We
but
could
yeah.
just have Vaclo grab him, and then Caddy, you grab all of his bags, and then he can't take anything more until we talk to him.
I didn't want to be that forceful.
As a wise lizard, I would like to point out that this might affect your friendship with him.
We're not really friends anyway.
Well,
Do we even
that's
know
why
this guy?
I was just gonna say maybe we could check, like I could grab a couple more vials and we could have Mr. Snout see if they're the same rough solution and then return the vials, but I was going to see if anyone wanted to
Okay.
talk to Gareth to distract him.
So Mouse nods, and then she walks over to Gareth, and she just sits down like right in front of him, and like it's rather close actually. So she's like right on the other side of the bowl of water. It's like, Gareth, and then she is Gareth looking at her, and the eyes are still at the bottom. Okay, so she's actually okay, all right, and she's like, you know what? I really don't think we've gotten much time to talk. I know we've been traveling together for a long time.
Let me
and
stop
I
you right
just
there.
wanted to-
Any conversation you have with me right now would not be beneficial for anyone.
Well,
Still,
see,
it's a distraction for Caddy. Sorry.
I think that's what. what Gareth. Well, see, I think that that's just not a very not a very good way to look about it. Okay, like I just want to
No,
get to
you
know the real
you don't understand. I am in chrysalis.
Well, what's that mean? What are you up to when you're in chrysalis? This is a new thing. I'd like to learn about it.
I don't know. I'm
did he
waiting
speak-
for the formula to get correct.
Oh.
And then he looks over as this gnomish hand digs into his
Does
bag.
she get advantage? Because technically I'm assisting.
Okay, yeah, I'll allow it. You have advantage.
Oh, oh man. Fingers crossed.
A 10. Yeah. So he looks over, and he's like, "I don't think you should be doing that." And he like takes your hand out of the bag, closes
Oh,
the
sorry,
bag.
I was just looking for one of them, the cure wound ones, you know, that you had. You gave me one once.
Yeah, I don't label them, and right now I can't remember which is which.
Gareth, have you been partaking again?
No, not I.
Yeah, gonna need you to roll deception on that one.
He's not lying. Actually, how about? I mean, I already said it, so I'll just.
Fine.
So I'm curious about this formula. You said you're trying to perfect a formula. Are you testing things on yourself?
Something like that. Soon, this will all make sense, at least to me. I can feel we're very close.
You mean you and I, right? Now that we had this chat.
Sure.
Yeah, I was about to ask about we.
Yeah, who's we in this situation?
The royal we.
Y'all, is he royal?
Facto actually like reacts to that.
Don't die.
Sorry, chips.
Oof.
Yeah, Facto actually like, okay, he made the sign. I'm gonna leave him be. Sorry, I almost choked.
That's not good.
Don't
Sorry,
choke.
that was unsuccessful, my dudes, but we tried. So no one can say that we don't care.
Yeah, we
I'm
will
also
have to try again.
impressed with the Gareth role playing right now. I feel like it's very accurate.
As you guys
We are
turn and
invading.
kind of give him his space, he pulls out a piece of paper and he starts writing something down.
It's a list of names.
He's gonna remember.
I mean, I gotta try and look at the paper. Can I? I don't think he'll mind. I'm just gonna walk over behind him and look down to see if I can see what he's writing.
All right. You can't quite understand it, but it appears to be some kind of formula.
Okay. Okay.
And he circles a bit of it, and he looks over and he's like, "You mind?"
No, I'm quite comfortable here.
And he puts his charcoal away and rolls up the paper.
You know, Gareth, we're just worried about you. We're not trying to be annoying. We just want to make sure you're okay.
There's nothing to worry over, yet.
Okay. Well, if you do ever feel like you need anything, you can talk to us.
Certainly.
You know, we're a team.
Certainly.
Okay. And I'm gonna walk back over, and I'm just gonna say intervention. We need to plan an intervention.
Yeah, he looks sharp, but he isn't.
Alright, and all that's left now is really to decide where you guys are going to go. This ship is going to drop you off at Hornbluff.
I'm thinking like Stelberg to Stelton and Stelholm. We're gonna have to pay for passage from town to town.
Your character would know this, so I'm going to go ahead and fill you in. That would be the long way round. You could charter another boat from Hornbluff and then just sail up to the tributary to Vogton and then walk.
Yeah, because I thought we wanted to go to Still Home, but we want to go to Paramore Drying.
Right, that's where the Grey Banner is, assuming you want to check in with them.
Yeah, that makes sense. And I'd love to
wasn't
see
sure, but yeah.
the headquarters. Gotta get all the information I can on that.
Yeah, or at least I'd like to know if the Grey Banner has any plans to do it, or has any information about the whole orc elf thing going on.
Mm-hmm.
That seems kind of important. At least a little bit.
Could do.
Yeah, because I do have a bone to pick with one of them.
Do you?
Yeah, plus you're gonna be able to meet my friends/servants in Paramore Drying.
His friends/servants.
I was gonna say, are they only your friends because you pay them?
Not these ones,
Okay,
but still,
okay.
I pay them.
All right. It's mid-afternoon when you arrive at Hornbluff. The captain of the ship is like, all right, well, the dwarf said once we've picked up all the non-dwarves, we're done now. So best of luck to you. I gotta go find another job.
Thank you for your time.
Sure.
Bye-bye.
You know, if we're looking for another captain of another ship to take us to another city, why don't we just ask this guy who's looking for a job?
Or if
looks
you
like
know,
a
like a harbor master or anybody else we could talk to about chartering another ship.
Yeah, would he
Go ahead,
sail
buddy.
over that way? Does he sail over that way?
Are you gonna ask him?
To Horn Pass or whatever? Or the tributary? Yeah.
To Vogton, yeah. Go up the river
Yeah.
to Vogton.
Did Vaclo enjoy the ride on his boat?
Yeah, I mean, there was nothing to complain
Did
about.
you?
It's a nice boat. It's not an old boat like Rickety. And...
No, it's a nice boat.
Okay.
Spread no expense.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
ask
ask
him.
him.
Okay.
Or
And
Vaclo
so both of
should
you are like,
ask him.
hey, and he's like, yeah.
Vaclo should ask.
I'm probably the one who's gonna pay anyway, so yeah. Would he be willing to go to
In character,
Vogton?
I am him. Go.
Would you be willing to take us to Vogton?
Vogton. I mean, yeah, I don't normally sail that far west, but
Well, do you know the way? Do you know the passes?
oh, sure, yeah. We've been through the pass water. We know the routes. I've got friends at Horn Pass. We should be able to get by without too much of a fee.
Are you comfortable sailing this vessel up into the tributary a little?
I've heard tales that the tributary is deep enough to Vogton to handle sea boats. Should be all right.
All right, that's good. I'm just making sure. I've never been over there. I don't really know how boats
I know a
work.
few captains who make a run between Hornbluff and Vogton, and they, yeah, they make it with seafaring ships. Shouldn't be a problem. I've only done that trip once myself.
Mm-hmm.
It's good parties to have in
Are they-
Vogton.
Just another question. Are there any sites we should see in Hornbluff? Like, is Hornbluff a cool happening place that we might want to check out before we... No, it's not? Okay.
Not at all.
All right. Well, never mind then. Let's...
Unless you like fish.
No.
Yeah.
I don't really
But
like it.
Vogton, if you're looking for sites, if you've never been to Vogton, you will be in for a treat.
I've heard about it, but I've never been.
Well.
I can't wait.
I've never heard about it.
Would you prefer us, like you mentioned other captains who make the trip?
Oh,
Are there
I'd love
any
to
of
go.
them?
Like I said, I'm between jobs, and I'd love to see the city again, or the town.
I
I
did
just,
enjoy your company. I would be willing to pay
There
you
is-
for a trip.
Right, payment. How much are you willing to pay for a journey like that?
You've mentioned a standard fare, so maybe we can spend a day resting on land and come back to you with that.
All right.
We want to.
I've only made that journey once, so I personally don't have a rate. So make me an offer, and I'll see if it's worth it.
I will start with 10 gold pieces a head.
Seems high. Seems generous.
Well, we are
What a
traveling a
character.
far way.
It's actually
Yeah,
only a
that's
little
a-
over a day by sea, assuming the wind is
okay.
with us. If the wind's
I mean, I
against
was
us,
just-
it'll be 2 days.
Compared
Okay.
to the ride to the Watchful Peaks, you know?
Right.
I always think it's gonna be like weeks of
No,
travel.
sea travel is much faster than by land. Mostly because the ship moves all day.
Okay, so
The ship doesn't get tired.
maybe 1 gold piece a head, and you can get some cargo to get to Vauten from Arbluff, maybe some fish to make the trip worthwhile.
Make a persuasion roll.
Where's my sheet? Right here. Persuasion. Okay, that's it.
I'll do it for 2 gold ahead.
And I'll accept instantly. I'm gonna pay. So that's 5 heads.
We'll leave at first light tomorrow. We should arrive at Vogton in the morning of the next day. Again, assuming the wind is in our favor. That'll give me some time to find some cargo. Good suggestion.
I'm gonna clasp his hand and see you tomorrow.
If you want, you can stay on the boat, so you don't have to go search for lodging. I don't know if it's what you guys would be interested in, but the offer is there.
Taxlo's gonna try to find a nice bed and a bath.
Yeah, I just want to look around Hornbluff a little bit. I doubt there's anything useful. Mouse, you want to come along?
Sure. If we, move away from the fish a little bit. Go into the village proper.
Okay.
Yeah.
You start heading. You're kind of going from market to market,
Mm-hmm.
and the markets there are areas that are set up shops along the roads, but there are like just pavilion tents of traveling merchants, and one such kind of stall, this wooden cart stall. For some reason, it attracts your attention, even though it appears to just be a cabbage salesman. There's something about him. He doesn't look like someone who makes a living selling cabbages. He is wearing a very clean, nice tunic, high-rise boots, and he's got pretty short-trimmed hair, no beard, and he's got a infectious smile. He unlike everyone around him who's desperately trying to off their wares on passerbyers, he's calmly standing behind his counter with his hands kind of folded as such.
Does he have a line, or are there any other?
There doesn't seem to be anyone, and he also seems to be acutely aware of the two of you.
What kind of cabbage is it?
It's the devil's lettuce.
Oh, man.
I'm also old walk up and be like, well, you stand out from the rest of the market. Just cabbages for sale, or anything special about these that I might be interested in?
That depends. What kind of cabbages are you interested in, my lady?
Well, I mean, I didn't really think that there was much to be interesting about cabbages.
Take that back. Cabbages are great for stew.
Cabbages are great for stew, but I sell all manner of cabbages. Some cabbages I wouldn't want to eat. But if you're looking for someone to have a rough meal, that's the kind of cabbage I can provide. Or if you want to deliver a cabbage at a distance, I can accommodate that as well. Perhaps you want
cabbages.
perhaps you want a cabbage that has real explosive flavor.
No, I'm picking up what you're putting down here. Do travel, or are you limited just to Hornbluff here?
Oh, I travel, madam. I travel to places you couldn't even imagine.
Do you like to work with a team, or are you a solo operative?
Oh, I find the lonely road to be most beneficial for my particular trade and well,
I have a particular question about your abilities with cabbages.
sure.
Say I brought you a container that had housed some mixture of cabbage.
Ah, the devil's lettuce.
Would you be able to ascertain the exact quality?
Of
Of the
cabbage.
cabbages.
Madam,
And
I
bake.
am a master of all variety of cabbage. I'm sure I could, for a modest fee, accommodate that.
Wonderful. How modest?
Well, I don't normally like to name my own price. Instead, I want you to decide how much it's worth to you.
Well, that's kind of like Mouse, are you sure you're comfortable handling with this sort of dealing?
Well, I mean, I don't think we should hire him. I don't think we have any need to hire him for most of the services he was talking about. But I mean, for Garrett's
I think you could
sake-
find that most of my services are invaluable in a myriad of circumstances.
I just mean in this particular instance, I'm not sure Mouse wants to be involved with a character like this, so I'm a little worried about her being around. Anyway, no, I'm gonna slip some money to him in the old-fashioned, like palming it handshake sort of way.
Okay. How much do you give him?
I'm gonna give him 4 gold pieces.
All right.
4 cabbages.
He takes it and he just kind of
And then I'm gonna hand him the vial.
okay. He does kind of like this wrist popping motion, and all the coins disappear into his sleeve. And he takes the vial and he dips a finger into the vial, swirls his finger around, and then just kind of goes,
Yikes.
"Yes. Did you say you ingested this?
No,
Ah, a friend then.
I didn't specify anything about the ingestion of this vial.
That's fair. It is. It appears that someone has not mastered it yet, but is working towards developing a mutagen.
Oh, who do you what now?
A mutagen. It's an alchemical mixture that, when consumed, will alter some physiology of the consumer based on the mixtures itself. It has interesting side effects.
Como what?
Well, if this were... He hands you back the vial. This were a properly made mutagen, it would have permanent and lasting effects on a person's psyche.
If it was not developed properly, what would the permanent and lasting effects be?
Nothing permanent, but they may show signs of distance, moodiness, a sense of lack of purpose.
Do you know how we might acquire a better recipe?
Are you sure you want to go down this road?
Well, I mean, I'm not necessarily gonna walk down any road.
Because mutagens are not one of the cabbages I provide, but I'm sure I can put you in touch with another cabbage dealer.
I would love to talk to more cabbage dealers. I am always in need of cabbage. I love making egg rolls.
Yes.
There is a
Another
cabbage
small
dealer
thing.
in Brightview who may have what you're looking for.
Let's write this down. Yes, what's their name?
Did I not write it down?
Did you?
I'm
Looking at
my
your face, it
notes.
doesn't look like you wrote it down.
Ah. He's an innkeeper by the name of Mason. With a Y.
Right. What is it? Mason?
Mason with a Y.
And an M?
An
Like
in.
Mayson or Masyn? Just
Masym. Actually, he's not in Brightview. I'm sorry. He's in Highvale. Close enough.
High Vale. Okay.
Well, only one S.
Good to know.
That particular breed of cabbage is his forte. That and other liquid versions.
So, how much do you know about, again, say it was actually crafted properly, but what kind of effects it has? They're beneficial?
Oh, certainly beneficial. Though not some variations have their drawbacks. But anyone who consumed a mutagen would find themselves at an advantage over one who has not, certainly.
Well, thank you very much for your time and services.
Oh, I thank you. It's not every day I get to meet someone who is so interesting as the two of you.
I'm sure we are. Let's go. But I want to make like a really roundabout way back to the ship.
My name is Broslov. We may meet again.
Broslov. Oh, nice. Are you Russian?
No.
I will follow Caddy as she hurries away in the roundabout way.
And as you guys wander away, he says something and it still sounds like he's next to you. And he says, "Good luck on your travels."
Well, he was an interesting sort.
I'm gonna keep him in my back pocket though.
He's not creepy at all.
I always find wealthy people creepy.
Right, yep.
Broslav. He's
actually
a bro.
It's Broslav with an A.
Oh, so he's literally a Broslav.
He's a Broslav.
He was wearing entirely Adidas
Nice.
tracks.
I knew I had it.
No.
No regrets. No regrets.
Yeah.
Good. Well, that said, we're gonna probably... Mouse, do you think we should find an inn? Do you know where Vaklo is headed?
I think he was looking for an inn. So yeah, maybe we try to find the cleanest one and see if he's there.
Yeah. That's an interesting method, but I like it.
Well, the nicest.
It's
I don't
probably
know.
gonna work if
He was talking about taking a bath, so.
if there exists a clean inn in this town. That's where it's gonna be, but not a sure bet.
Yeah, I don't think I could really track him through the
Okay.
village. I think it's easier to just find the cleanest inn.
There's only one.
Vaklo does have a gate, so more weight on the left foot. You could.
I could
Just
probably...
Yeah.
It would just take
you
a
could
while.
track him. In Forest, you could track him, not in town.
Maybe it's dirt roads?
No,
You
it's
know,
definitely dirt roads.
Not traveled often dirt roads?
Definitely traveled often dirt roads.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, so we'll just look for the nicest inn.
We'll just look for the inn, yeah.
Yeah.
I probably said something like, the first inn I come across, I'm gonna take a bath. So you can probably find
All right,
the
Vaklo.
first inn. Yeah.
You found your inn of choice. And as you enter it, you see 4 town guards have encircled a man at his table.
I'm gonna take my time, look at what's happening, and sit down at a table with a good view.
One of the guards is like, "Are you the one they call Rico?" And the man's like, that's me? What is all of this about?" And the guard says, "Well, the Baron wants to see you." "Whatever for? I'm just a traveling merchant." "Ah, that's a likely story. You see, we heard from a valuable asset that you are not some merchant. And he kind of puts his hand on the hilt of his sword. We heard you were a Naaman spy. Oh, a Naaman spy? I've never even been to the Empire. No, I'm I'm from Elgard. Elgrad. I'm from Elgrad.
I might go wrong on that, because I probably will. I'm gonna try to figure out if he's telling the truth.
Okay, roll insight.
Yeah, that's what scares me.
Oh.
You are unsure.
I'm gonna roleplay that.
Dear Lord.
I'm gonna wait.
Got a 0. That's yeah.
Because the guard putting his hand on his hilt, I'm tempted to show my ring and intervene, but I'm gonna wait 5 more seconds.
Well, we'll let the Baron decide the truth of it. But we're not gonna have some potential spy or some real Naaman spy roaming about. Do I sound Naaman? You wouldn't be a very good spy if you sounded Naaman. I don't speak Draconic. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna walk up to the guard's captain, the one doing the interrogation. I'm gonna show him my ring and I'm gonna ask him.
You
right
can tell
away,
he's about to say something nasty to you after looking at your shoulder, and then he sees your ring and he's like, oh, my lord, can I help you?
Please calm down and watch him. But I'm simply curious as a citizen of the capital.
Oh, of course. Well, we've heard that this man here, one Rico, is a spy from the Empire. He says he's from Elgrad, which means he could be a spy. Even if he were from Elgrad. They're invading Elgrad right now!
Do you have a lot of activities on the border? Do you have a lot of troubles with spy?
I mean, there's rumors that the Naaman Empire has been sending spies into all the Eastern Kingdoms, and we think this Rico fellow's one of them. Oh, my lord, I swear, I am no spy. I am just a merchant from Elgrad. I had to flee because of the invasion, you see. That's why
I'm gonna interrupt the guy and tell him to shut up. Like, you shut up.
Okay, we
I'm
lost.
gonna ask the
we-
captain's car. Oh, okay, wait. Yeah.
Yeah, we
sorry.
lost. No, I mean, carry on. There we go. Okay.
I'm just gonna ask the guard who's the accuser.
Well, honestly, sir, just the Baron gave us a name and told us to go rough him up and bring him to him, and then I'm not privy to the specifics of the case.
Your orders come straight from the Baron.
That's right, sir. Yeah, Baron.
Alright. Thank you for your time. I'm just gonna go sit back down, because I don't want to go against the
Well,
Baron.
there you go, Rico. You coming or not? I assure you this is a mistake. Maybe, maybe not. Time to go. And they two of them, like, very aggressively grab him by either arm and literally drag him out. And the guard you've been talking to is the last one to leave. He turns and he's like, have a good day, lord. And then
Is there... I'm gonna, have a good day, Captain. Or, soldier.
yeah.
And then I'm gonna check if there's anybody in the inn who witnessed what happened and
Yeah, there's
seems
about,
more interested than in others.
In total, including like a bar wench and the innkeeper, there's about half a dozen other people, and they're all kind of like trying to get back to what they were doing and trying not to think about what just happened.
Yeah, so my insight is very bad, but does anybody
Clearly.
seems like more? Is there anybody not able to go back to what he was doing, like not eat his meal, not serving tables or whatever?
That would be perception. Go ahead and roll perception.
Because basically, I just want to find out if anybody knows Rico.
No one seems to have any kind of overt concern for Mr. Rico.
Okay, so I'm gonna go straight to the innkeeper and ask him how long this guy has been here and if he witnessed anything.
Oh,
weird.
well, sure, my lord. Yeah, that Rico fellow. He spent here he's been here one night. That's it. He paid me in advance. That's unfortunate for him.
For how long?
For a week. Which I thought was a little weird. People don't normally spend that much time here. But he said he was a merchant, so maybe, I don't know.
Did he have a cart? Did he have horses?
I didn't see it. He just came in by himself. But I mean, I don't spend a lot of time outside of the inn unless I'm restocking the kitchen. Speaking of which, can I get you anything?
Yes, good sir. I'm gonna give him 1 silver piece for tip for his information, and I'm gonna order him like 4 rooms, because I guess the wise lizard is not resting in a room. So 4 rooms, 1 bath, 1 meal, and your best ale.
All right. I can bundle that up for a gold if you'd like.
I will. In case nobody takes the room, I'm just gonna have like peace and quiet, which is even better. And I eat and I bathe.
All right, and Caddy and Mouse, you guys will eventually find the inn in question.
Cool. Do we know that Vaclo got rooms?
I would have let the
innkeeper
know that we're like
There's
another
some weird
a well-dressed lad, a small gnome with green hair, and maybe another or 2 more weird characters accompanying them. They're all my friends.
He's like, all right, you're that gnome with the green hair.
I'm the gnome.
I didn't recognize you after you dyed your hair for your new job.
Yeah, it happens. Y'all, it's turning gray at the ends because of the green.
Oh,
It's really
it's
weird.
just sad that Vaclo didn't notice if she did change it. Just kidding.
No, I'm not an alchemist. I don't change my hair color often.
That requires a mutagen that she's not willing to consume.
Not if Gareth is making it.
Your friend, Lord Jorser, he got rooms for you. I got your
Lord
keys
what
back
now?
here. Lord Jorser, you know, fellow with the shoulder.
You don't remember, but that's Vaclo, yeah.
Yeah, Vaclo. Yeah, no, I don't call him that. He's
Old
Lord.
Valley.
Lord, that's funny. All right, I'll see you later, man. And I go upstairs. I've got a skew with me too.
Vaclo mentioned SQ. He paid extra if
Oh,
needed.
okay. He's like, and yep,
I'm
there's
gonna-
the boar.
2 more silver. Yeah.
I'm not gonna force him to sleep outside.
No, that would be so uncivilized. He
Well,
says
I
with
mean-
not even a drop of sarcasm.
It's just not safe to park your boar outside. Someone might think it's like, oh, wandering pig. No. I don't trust humans.
Would you trust a weird lizard folk?
Yeah, you're a lizard.
It's normal you don't trust humans. I mean, we have a GM that drinks olive oil, so.
Straight from
So I think
straight
this
from the
got brought
jug.
up while I was gone, but I have been thinking about this since we started playing. It looks so much like olive oil.
It does not look like olive oil. What kind of monster?
water.
Jug.
It's water.
It's the jug.
Nobody.
Mouse, I basically said exactly the same thing before the game started. That was the olive oil too.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm so happy
I
that you
will
mentioned
go
it.
and grab the olive oil out of my cupboard and show you how the jug looks exactly
Yes, but you
the
can
same.
see it's very clearly
I know.
water.
But how do you buy olive oil in a jug?
I don't know.
Costco. You buy it at Costco.
At Sam's Club, my wife and I buy a rather large jug of olive oil, but it doesn't have a handle like this.
Yeah. I mean,
No,
I buy it in like
That's
a glass
modified.
bottle.
That's a modified version. You only
Oh,
went to
yeah,
a
I got
shop
the
and
olive oil mod for drinking.
That's a feature.
It's not a glitch.
I'm going crazy with olive oil. Let's proceed. No,
I'm
don't,
speechless.
Don't shake your head.
Anyway, yeah, I was just gonna defend myself here. Caddy's favorite enemy is humans.
Yeah, I know.
So, so, so she has more experience dealing with like humans who've got no respect for the swamp than she does like other people. So she's in favor of keeping Askew out of their hands.
Sure, yeah.
And she now met Vaklo who respects SQ, so she's like, well, maybe they're not all the same. Because he has
No,
a pool ready in
but
his
still.
room. Like, I paid for SQ.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Excuse you?
Excuse me.
Excuse
Excuse me. What?
Good one. Timing was perfect. Right?
I mean, I assume that was intentional.
All right. Well, I think we're beyond the pale at this point. We probably don't want to do too much any further without Gareth. Hopefully, he'll be able to make it next week. So I say we're gonna end the session with you guys boarding the boat, headed for Vogden. Yeah. I don't know if how pertinent it is to the stream, but we're obviously going to do this off air because it would be rather dull if we did it on air. But you guys are now you're now 4th level.
Yes.
And what happens now?
What happens now? Well, we'll
To
see.
now. And now.
Last time I wrote you out of the story, we immediately needed you back. So we'll see.
If he sends you away, I'm gonna make sure I'm not there next week.
Okay. Thank you for your sacrifice.
God damn it.
They're not gonna have an internal pool to like take one day off, one day a week off, so that I am always here.
Yep.
Nice.
Plus, we have to see Jake and roleplay all of our characters because he does a good Gareth. We have to see how good he is with the rest of us.
Well, there's a reason. There's a reason I have latitude to roleplay Gareth, which will become apparent now that we're 4th level.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Okay.
He's now level 1 or level 2 alchemist.
He'll be a level. He'll be a 2nd level alchemist. 2nd level.
Nice.
All right. So yeah, we will be back next week for more Dire Roll, Fire and Blade. Hopefully, we'll have the full cast together. But honestly, our track record isn't that great. Especially since they're conspiring to make sure new guy gets to make every friggin' game. I already have to deal with them on Thursday.
Yep.
So I hope everybody had fun. I hope everybody was entertained. We have closed the book on this chapter, and we're starting the next chapter of Fire and Blade, and things are gonna get heated. Yeah. So stay tuned. We'll have another session. Same time, same place, same Dire Roll, same Sunday. So stay tuned next week, and everybody, good night.